another good morning. We were able to wake up and see another day with the Lord. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Of course, we have our Crystal Age Technology screens, but as I said before, we're going to be converting that into an information site. It'll be operating with a new domain name, so that'll be great to do. Start in the morning, getting some things that have to be done. We have to do updates on the website. We have customers I have to get ready for. Customers are taken care of now. All right, so that is the screen. I just put it up. Pretty much we didn't have to really do much because I didn't want to do any holes in the walls here, nothing at all. Technically, I really don't want to touch the walls in any way whatsoever. And if I do put holes in, there have to be small micro holes, something really tiny that you really can't see. And that's why we're going to be doing a panel system for the other wall, because the screen over there on the opposite side is quite huge. So we're going to use a panel system, and we're going to use Velcro and long thumb tacks, because they just release micro holes in there. I had to literally go to a shop where they reupholstered furniture to get those particular tacks because they're different, much sturdy. All right, so right now I'm helping the customer out, just emailing. We'll talk back and forth. Give me a minute. I'm going to send them a link and just explain to them that our shipping is free overseas. We don't charge anything. Let me see. And let me let this play right here while I'm taking care of that. My bulky keys out of the way. There we go. In fact, put you guys there on top of the projector. There we go. All right, let me see. I think I should. No, they said Monday. I'll have my samples on Monday, so we'll be good to go by Monday. Have that stage in, and I have to make contact today with what we have. Okay, we got a bookmark. What are you doing? Let's see. So we gotta fix that neon on the side. Really think I fix it. I'll just straighten it up all the way through. I was making biscuits. Making biscuits out there? Making biscuits. Making extra biscuits. I'm gonna get you on a blanket like giant cookie dough. They have a blanket that looks like a cookie dough for cats to make biscuits. So that right there is our FLE. That's the FLE dedicated Apex gamer. I'll be taking demonstrations on the color level, black on black. Black on black, black versus black, and black versus white, and black versus black. Yeah, on white levels too. Those will be posted to the site today, and on all shopping carts involving that particular product. And over here, on that screen right there, and over here, we're doing a little testing on this right here. This is the Invisible Technology. We always test these on 50 lumen projectors. I said before that the whole desk is going to be running just basically these projectors only, because again, these projectors are big, they take up a lot of room, and these are absolutely perfect for running the desk. And this technology, that right there is the FLE Invisible That is our Infinity One. That's that paint that basically you can change it. It has multi shades. You can have, this is a lighter black, you can have a mid black, and you have ultra black. So you can change the shade of it on how you want to do it. And that's going to be coming up pretty soon. That paint has a lot of interesting. Oh, no, 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 don't turn my power off. I'm sitting right on top of the projector. That's why. It has a lot of interesting applications because it can be used for converting impact screens for baseball, screens that are used basically golf simulators, outdoor inflatable screens. That's just very extremely temperamental surface. You go to these surfaces right here, which are for two, without the solution. You can roll it on. It's a pain in the neck. Right, you spray it on. It's very easy to do. Let's see other applications. Yeah, for the inflatables, the front projection, inflatable, and front and rear. The front and rear is definitely complete headed. We've done a lot of testing on those, and they have a different reaction when you paint those versus a surface that is only front projection. I'll show you a demonstration of that. Testing we've done on that on the inflatable screen, on between the one that is transparent, that's front and rear, and the one that's not. It's a difference between the two on the coating. So yeah, we figured out a better way to make a better coating so it picks up better. But I'll show you my test results. And it just has a lot of applications to it. Also too, it's fantastic for those who don't want to strip the projectors. I told you about, instead of having that big bulky eyesore projector in your face, you can literally get a sheet of plexiglass and you can put your projector behind it. So that is the technology over there. So soon I'm going to get a much larger surface. We have the one we roll down because we have to show one that we rolled in to show what happens if you roll this in. You make this do this because it will damage the screen, and we have the other one which is a sprayer. Unfortunately, yeah. I'll tell you one thing. If I was running, I would never use any of this mud slinging. I don't care if the other side uses it. It makes you look bad too. You know, if you throw a rock and break someone's window, and they throw a rock and break your window, you're both equally wrong. First person to do it, yes, but that makes you just as worse as that person. So I don't know. I wouldn't even get into the mud slinging stuff because again, you have to dig into people's personal information and do the same thing they're doing, which doesn't make you any better. It makes you the same as they are. It's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I mean, come on. You don't need all that. You really don't. If you're good and you basically keep your word, you have an excellent track record, you haven't gotten in trouble with anything as perjury and embezzling and stuff like that, crimes and stuff like that, then you should have no problem. Especially if God is in control, you're definitely going to be elected. But if you're doing things you're not supposed to be doing, and you get this thing, the same kind of mud, the same kind of campaign, it doesn't say much about you being a wholesome person. It really doesn't. That's what I see. I mean, I understand people say if the campaign management have to say we got to do the same thing, we got to do the same thing. No, you don't have to do the same thing because that makes you look just like them. You're just as worse as they are. So no, that's what I see. But anyway, let's get back to the screen. It's beautiful. Nothing wrong with the surface. It was just we couldn't get it to adapt because these particular surfaces were all sprayed in. Every single one was sprayed in. So I must have had a problem going them in. Surface is really interesting. Now I can paint over fiberglass, plexiglass. I've done it. We got wallpaper surfaces over there. I painted over. Not a problem. I've done those on camera. But this one right here is a little bit different. It's like painting over a child's wall. That's what it feels like to paint over this. So Lord blessed us with a solution to be able to cover the surface. Because if I want to do a small sheet of this, it's perfect size, it's lightweight, it's very affordable, and I want to do a paint down demonstration, I can't be in it with a paint sprayer. There's a bunch of people around. There's something, paint sprayers, paint goes airborne. So we have to keep it normal. So I don't want to bring in a sheet of drywall. Drywall cracks, peels, it's brittle, and then on top of that, you use residue everywhere. So no, that's a bad idea to bring in a sheet of drywall. A small sample sheet, yes. But if you want to impact and you're showing on a much larger level, this would do it. And this is a fantastic surface, and it's cheap. So It's an easy application to apply with the solution. And that's what the Lord did. He blessed me with the solution. But, being wanting to get everything done, get everything finished, I got everything set up here, got some people coming through. We'll take a look at it. It's just, I should have never snapped the screen. Because I was like, oh man, forget it, I'll go get the cardboard. And the cardboard turned out to be absolutely horrible. It was horrible. It came with bent in multiple places. It was torn up and ripped up from the edges. It was just horrible. And it wasn't even the cardboard they said it was. Not even close. It was basically thin and brittle. It was just equal to a regular cardboard box. That's it. There's nothing special about it. If you worked in loading dock, seen that really thick cardboard, you can't snap that over your knee. It's kind of hard to snap those things. So the fact they were able to bend that up like that, yeah, it's a very thin sheet cardboard. But anyway, so if I had listened to the Lord and He said, set this, when I picked up the screen, He said, put it in the corner, and I got mad and I bent it up because I was going to throw it in the trash. I was upset. And yeah, people who invent and design, we're human. We get upset. We have emotions. I love people who sometimes come in and say, oh, yeah, he failed. Does that look like a failure to you? No. That's the screen that was snapped in half. We painted multiple times. The application wouldn't take. And the Lord came in and blessed us with a solution. And now look at it. We got certifieds coming in. Heavy certified. I mean, these are no-joke screens that are coming through. And this technology is going to go against all 10 of them. So, yeah. So, anyway, with that being said, I should have listened. Because if I had listened to the Lord and I didn't do what I do, I would have had the solution, coated the surface, had it hanging up. Because this screen is actually broken in half. It's two pieces up there. It's not one. It's actually two. So I learned something that we got blessed with the solution. You learn to be patient. And the Lord tells you that. Even though you've been a Christian for years, it's still learning patience. You don't know it all. No one knows it all. It's virtually impossible. When you're at a point where you know everything and you're basically at that perfect level, you're no longer needed on earth anymore. It's time for you to go home. So with that being said, you're still learning. So I should have basically put the screen, if I put the screen in the corner and listened to the Lord and went out for a nice old walk and relaxed, then I would have been able to go in and finish the screen, got the solution and finished it, that one whole piece. But out of this still came blessings. Out of this came blessings. Because we got a solution. We got figured out how we put the screen together. We can still, it's like one screen, which now I'm thinking on this side, we can take 4 or 5 of these slabs that are 72 by 36, and we can line them up, and they'll all blend in together. You won't tell. It's like one giant screen, but you wouldn't realize there was multiple slabs in there. And then the Velcro system is perfect because we've got double-sided Velcro. We can connect them together like Legos, side by side. They fit nice and tight together. And then the long tacks are perfect because they can push through. They'll leave pinholes in, and they won't leave any damage. Like if you're using screws and you pull it out, you got this volcano effect of pushing up on the plastic. Now here, it was a blessing because they already had a whiteboard here, and I didn't need it. So I just basically. The screen doesn't weigh much. You just put screws in and put them in the same holes where the white holes are at, and that's it. It's not even screwed in. It's just hanging up there. But, yeah, something you gotta listen. Gotta listen. I'm not talking about it. This has been died a few times on this. Let me see. Let me get this for this fellow. I used to come on technology. It's not available yet. It's coming up. So every time. Yeah, should have. So this week I'm gonna have to be working on working on the screens on the go. I need to get one of these done. I need to get a projector in here. We need to. It's different from formula we have to use for these projectors or fill up. So we're going to engineer a paint that goes with that projector and screen for their packages. So that's something else we're going to be working on. And we got the gunmetal technology we're going to be working on this week. So we got a few things we got to get done. I had to get all this stuff set up, ready to go. I had to finish the floor, but the floor's not done. The whole thing is supposed to be covered with a massive screen, still working on that. And then got to take up all of these. Once we get the floor measured out on how they're going to fit perfectly in here, then we have to take up the rest of all that, take it down there and coat it. This section's already coated, so we have to take the whole other section and take it down and coat it. And then bring everything back up, and they have to be sprayed in, and put it all back together again. The whole floor. Literally, it's going to be one big giant screen. I like the cabinet system. I'm excited about that because the cabinet system is going to have all our mini PCs built on it for the different color rear projection gaming screen panels. So we're working with a company with that. Has a couple of big lounges and gaming lounges. And I thought what better way to show off the color screen paint than to have these PCs built these modifications and different designs on, which is pretty good. It'd be a nice kickoff. So we're getting that done. And then I want to put in my virtual aquarium, which involves that visual aqua screen paint we have coming out. So can't wait for that either. And that's going to be good for virtual fish tanks and stuff like that. You're going to actually put a fish tank on your desk. They run off portable projectors. They can read off 50 lumen projectors. So that's what we're doing right here. We're running tests on the desk for these projectors to make sure that they read at 50 lumens in commercial environments. Because, it's kind of cool to come in and have this little thin virtual kind of screen with fish moving back and forth. And again, these screens aren't flat, so I can't tell you how the screen's designed. It's an actual screen. It's not a paint. It's an actual display. So we want to use those displays for I go into like these big office buildings, and I see these showpieces that they have right in the center of the office, and man, you got some cool stuff in there that you can do with this AdTech technology and rear projection technology and interactive technology and all that stuff. So I don't want to be stuck to just basically just doing home theater. We want to be involved in everything that we're doing right now. Gaming technology, like projector mapping. That's why I invested the money on interactive technology over here, because we want to do things differently. Let me see. I have to go here and get this thing. Oh, shit, I got a big plan for y'all. Sorry. I got them definitely doing it. I'll take this. There we go. Sorry about that. There's something right down over here. Now, for overseas customers, we get this all the time. When you ask us about shipping, you don't pay any shipping. We literally have it all over the website. Shipping is absolutely free overseas, so you don't have to worry about paying for that. We take care of that for you. Let me see. Let's see. I have literally, from the timeline that I have been from gray paint, silvers, gunmetals, and black technology, I think I have a screen just about in every part of the world. I even have one in Madagascar. Yep. I shipped to Madagascar. Rome, Italy, France, and Hong Kong, and a lot of different technologies in a lot of places. Ireland, Australia, all different places. Even China, every place. I was glad when it was sold, when it was up to go. This is here. Anyway, let me see here. And I know we got some people saying, well, how come you're not in the fluid? We're always in a fluid environment. We spend a lot of time in fluid environments. I don't do enough demonstrations in partial environments or dark environments. We literally do so many demonstrations. In fluid environments, people would literally sit there and yell at us about, hey, can you do something with the lights out just one time or something in partial lit? Yeah, we do a lot of lights on demonstrations. Now we're still going to launch challenges. They're still going to be coming out. We have a challenge for today, which is basically the one I showed you. We painted the screen in with the floodlights hitting the screen, paint and dry with direct light in the screen. It's an ambient light projection demonstration. And on top of that, you should be able to paint the screen with one coat application. Because again, that will kill your screen. A complicated application will destroy your product fast. These are jokes about IKEA furniture, right? You're doing the jokes on IKEA furniture? You ever put together IKEA furniture? I have. I know what that's like. Firsthand. I did it already. The guy laughed in line when I paid the $75 for him to put it together. Oh, you'll figure it out. You definitely will. I swear, if I used to work for IKEA, you would make so much money off that skill. So the big joke they had that they showed was somebody dumped like a ton of logs in a huge, massive pile. And somebody said, oh yeah, log cabinets from IKEA. Tons and tons of pieces. Even the hinges have to be put together. I really had something I put the hinges together. I'm like, really? So it's interesting how you see all that. The furniture's gorgeous. Overall, the furniture's beautiful. So when you look at all that beautiful furniture all put together, you have no idea. Just pay the money, just have them put it together for you. And other than that, they're basically sitting there crying on freaking TikTok or YouTube about how you're going through a nightmare to put together furniture. IKEA can really actually put in a change out that policy and make it so the furniture is really easy to put together, like a force snap system. Because you know, that is actually a fantastic marketing. Like if you're doing something that's really like unpleasant to the customers, change it and make it easier, and that way it sells faster. But then people say, wait a minute, you got a force snap system? That's it? Yeah, you'd be surprised when people go in there and buy furniture. Because most people, newbies that go in and buy IKEA furniture, they're walking around and looking at the furniture and sitting on it and everything like, wow, this is really nice. And they think it's all going to come together like that. So you go downstairs to the bottom floor where the garage area is at, the warehouse is at, and you see the massive boxes all over the place. Like, oh, shoot, I'm putting this together? Wait, this thing doesn't come together. It comes out of put it together? Yeah, you're going to put that together, Bob Water. And you're going to find out that you're not savvy as you can. Now, some people have been able to put their furniture together with no problem. Kudos to you. Other people, like me, do. Absolute, complete freaking headache. So, yeah, a simple snap. I like to go to furniture stores where if I buy a sofa, it is already assembled. It looks like on the floor, but it will look like in a truck coming to my house. That's what I like. I do not like to put stuff together. Well, I can put stuff together. I'm used to it, but still, rather not. It depends on what it is. Most likely, if it's furniture, no. I hate assembling furniture. I had to build that thing right there. That thing came in pieces. I had to put that whole thing together. Everything was in black. It's interesting. But once you learn it, never forget it. Ever. Yeah, if I worked for IKEA, if I used to work for them, I know how to assemble their stuff. I'm like, look, man, I'll put that together for you for like $25, $35. I'll charge you $75 to be assembled. Like that. And then people are going to talk about it like, yeah, man, I got a guy. Again, I got a guy. I got a guy who works here actually in my building. basically put together the furniture for us like $35. $35. Really? Sure, like 75. You got a number or anything? Yeah, I got a number. You can call them up, get permission. Yeah, give me the number. Give me the right number. Yeah, there you go. Now a little hustle on the side. Putting together furniture for IKEA. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is artist project. I'm on the ball page. You can do stuff. Where is the other one at? It's supposed to be. But we don't have it anymore. Let's see what's going on. There's a page. Oh, you're 64 now. I forgot. You're not 50 anymore. You're 64. So the pain to change up. Change that. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. Oh, you can't find. You gotta be in this section right here. All right, there you go. Got it. I can't wait to do the theater on the ghost screen. That is going to be really fun. Oh, we did the half and half on the Quasar. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, our Quasar just have certified screen testing on it. Black Diamond, they have testing. That's why I said, you know, if you're selling a product, you have to meet everybody at the finish line. You can't just meet a certain requirement, everybody, because everybody's going to show up there. You got to be. If a person comes up to you and says, hey, look, I got the money to spend for an expensive screen. How do you change your mind? Your product is better. You're going to have to do all that testing. And I'll tell you something. The certified screens are no joke. It's not it. It's an interesting screen. You can't take it. It'll take your screen out easily. They pick up tremendously high white noise. Remind you, this is a physical screen, so physical screen is completely different from the screen paint because they use materials. That's what makes the screens a little bit more lethal because they can generate really high white levels, but they can maintain their contrast levels and the colors are seen on the screens. So yeah, you're not dealing with a paint, you're dealing with a material. That's what you have to understand. When you're going against another screen, it's a screen paint, that's a different story. It's easy to be to get around, but to be to take that down. When you're talking about a physical, that's a different type of screen right there. They use these high-tech reflective surfaces. Those things can draw on tons of light. So that's what you're dealing with. And they can operate in environments that you can't operate in. That's why their gain count's so freaking high. So how's a 2.0 going to take out a screen with a 0.8 sitting on top of it? And I've operated these screens since we've had them. And I've operated in a fully lit environment. And they can run, like I said, a Black Diamond picked up at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment and completely destroyed a gray screen. You got to convince people that you got that your screen can do that. That's why I'm going with all the expensive projectors. Because again, you cheat your screen. I don't like to use short though. I got ultra short though sitting over at 3600 lumens. We barely use it because again, we only should use it to show the screen is ultra short though compatible. But to use it as a main backup projector, as presenting our product, no. Long throws for that. Because you cheat your screen. If your projector is constantly kissing the screen, what's going to happen is when you have to do a long throw, you will do long throw applications, your lumen count is going to drop dramatically, especially depending on what lumen count they have on the projector. If you advise someone that to buy a higher, more expensive projector, this is not going to go well in your sales. The whole reason why they contact you is to save money. If you're advertising, you're saving the money, but you're advising to spend more money to fix the problem, that doesn't go well. But turn off your customers. Nobody hates that more than going to go get something, thinking it's going to save you more, but it ends up costing you more. People hate that. So I thought you said it did something. Well, it does do that, but if you want this particular, you're going to have to spend this much. People can't stand it. You feel like now you've been misled. And you start screaming, that's false advertising. Because I thought it did such and so. I couldn't stand when people do stuff like that. And what were you advertising? Well, we were advertising this. Well, you should have advertised that way. Advertise that and then put this in here. Yeah. And some people know there's a way to sell things that are right and there's a way to sell things that are wrong. Yeah. We went to the fair, those big beautiful balloons. What they do is they hand them over to the kids. Because they know if they hand it over to the kids are automatically going to grab it, so they're going to whine and cry and everything, and the parents are going to be forced to go buy it. So when you go out buying your child, they give the child a balloon, they give the child a toy, and the child's going to want it. And the parents are going to want a piece of the child at the end of the day, and they're going to buy it. So it's automatic, maybe guaranteed sale, but mostly yes. Yeah. I watched it happen at the fair. I observe everything. I watch everything. And I find it interesting. I find everything, how people function, how they sell, how they do business. I find it interesting. So I'm watching the person sell these beautiful balloons, and I watched each time she gave it to the kids. Smart tactic, but dirty tactic. Look at the hyper technology it pulls up. I love my $10 projector. I'm going to get me a custom bag for this projector. You can custom bag for your camera equipment. I'm going to get a custom bag for this projector. That is going to say Old Faithful 2, Old Faithful 2, $10 machine. $10 for the projector. It's kind of hard to buy a projector once you pay $10 for it. For other projectors. I saw that other company, I definitely want to check them out. They have some really low specifications of the projectors. Oh man, so excited about that. That's what gets me excited. It's not having a projector with an insane like 8K projector or 10,000. No. What excites me is having a projector with very low specifications. That's what I like. It's a challenge for me. Someone was saying about how my projector looked on a high performance screen. Man, I've been around 14 years. My stuff's been on everything. I have been on everything. I was on the Valve projector before half you guys even knew what a Valve projector was because we had them on our site. We ran into those projectors when they first came out. So I had it when they first came out. I had people hit those projectors when they first came out on our technology. That's why we have them up there. We don't work on it. So, yeah, I've had my stuff in just everything you possibly think of. I've been in all sorts of companies, I've been in different countries, our technology is in everything. So, I already know from the door, like I said, now I've seen my stuff on an 8K projector. Looks gorgeous. But I prefer to be on the low model machine because that's where the impact is at. Because if I'm selling a product to a customer and I'm guaranteeing I'm going to save them money, they don't want to see me do a demonstration on a $3,500, $3,700 projector. Whatever projector is used in that demonstration, you're going to have the same projector to get the same image. There's some people saying, oh, but there's not. If you're going to go to the racetrack, and you think, I'm nothing wrong with Hondas, I love Hondas to death, I really do. You think your Honda is going to compete with the Bugatti, it's not going to happen. There's two different types of machines over there. It's not going to be the same thing. You get on the track and realize that car is going to blow you clean away. It's just boom, just like that. So, again, it's not the same thing. In order for you to compete with the Bugatti, you're going to have to get a Bugatti or something more powerful than the Bugatti to take it. So, same thing with projectors. Unless your technology can show otherwise. Unless you can show that there's no difference between a 1,000 lumen 720p 600 by 800 res projector versus a 5,000 lumen Chrissy at 1920 by 1200, which we've done the demonstrations on our websites, which we have them there and get them on YouTube. The technology can generate a light level, color, and contrast that high that a 1,000 projector can sit next to another projector at 5,000. Also done 4K versus 720p, 4K versus 1080p, 1080p versus 720p. All that's been done. Not in a dark environment, for the environment and its light making contact with the screen. We have to show you real difference. But to use such an expensive projector to show your products off, you're not doing much. Anyone can do that. That projector can make a piece of notebook paper look impressive in the dark. What impresses a customer at the end is finding out that you paid $10 for a projector and all the demonstrations that you shot were 720p. Sorry about that. That was impressive. What impresses them, we do demonstrations where we walk around, you can look up and you see the ceiling, you see images pushing across the ceiling. Customers are not used to seeing that. Fully lit environments are not used to seeing that. Sorry about that. And then the impressive demonstrations that when you're sitting in the dark, you can show at the end of the day that even in a dark environment, that your technology cannot even overpower certified screens. But you can take out white screens, you can take out gray screens, you can use better color, you can use better contrast, and they don't turn your screen dark and unwatchable. That's why we do the demonstration. Matter of fact, I've turned another demonstration for the T-shirt on Facebook, and we have a couple of film sites on there talking about it. So you have to be able to show all this. And by then, doing all these different demonstrations, you should have roughly an easy, maybe 25 to 30 videos, easy, just on that alone. So the fact that when I do research and I look for these particular videos, which you should have, these are basic videos, I don't find anything. But this stuff was never tested. It was just basically thrown onto a surface, hit with a high power projector, put into a dark environment. And even with the fellows showing the light in the environment, that's not enough. That's not enough. You clearly need tests. I've seen screens that basically could do that, but had high failure rates. Colors don't pick up, hot spotted. The distance for the screens become darker because the projectors would drop the lumen count as they travel across the screen, and the screen literally couldn't generate enough gain to pick it up. When you do ultra short throws, you're taking 36, 3,000 lumens, whatever, and you're hitting the screen at a short distance, which means your image is going to pop up a little bit better. And as for the light in the ceiling, it's really going to make a difference because, again, the light in the ceiling is not going to make contact where your projector is sitting because it's at a distance from your projector. Well, if you had a long throw would have to travel through that light to make contact with the screen. You failed in the demonstration. That's what we see in ultra short throws. That's why when we look at forum sites, when I see trade shows, they choose ultra short throws in those demonstrations. I understand they want to show the projection screen works on ultra short throw. I understand all that. But still, you have to show two types of projectors running. Matter of fact, you should be showing three. Pico, long throw, and you should be showing ultra short throw. That's what you should be showing. So I think when we get to a trade show, our stuff is going to go different because we plan to bring in a lazy Susan, which means we plan to have multiple projectors, wireless, hooked up to this system, so we can basically change our projectors at will. Because what happens is when we go to the trade show, they pick a projector, they bring in a professional, he comes and calibrates the machine, they set up the booth with the lighting just right so everything makes it look like it's well lit, but technically it's not well lit. It's still a dark environment to make the screen produce better color and contrast. We're doing the opposite. We're bringing in halo systems to make light push directly to the screen, bringing in extra lighting. We want our booth to look like a baseball stadium when we're done. And we're going to bring in projectors, again, that are very affordable and they're cheap. Much cheaper than everybody else's. That's the sense of impact. People are used to expensive projectors, dark environments, all that stuff. The entire environment has been rehearsed. It's a rehearsed environment. They get a script, they read from it, they're just watching a show. That's it. And that's all you're doing. Like when I got kicked out of the booth over in Best Buy, they had a screen over there. I'm not going to mention the company, but yeah, they had a booth over there, and I kept getting up from the seat, and I kept walking to the side, because I know about screens have a narrow viewing point effect, and I was curious if it had it. And the guy kept saying, no, sir, if you want to optimize your viewing pleasure, you have to sit in the center. Why have to sit in the center? If I come in, I'm sitting on the side, and I'm watching the screen. And people do that all the time. They come to watch the screen from the side. Well, I got to be in the center. And I started asking questions like, what's the projector in the back? What do you got back with? Like, is that a little high-end projector? How much more money would that thing cost me if I bought what you have in the back? Well, that's not important. The projector doesn't make the screen. The screen makes the projector. I can't do that nonsense. But at the end of the day, you know what I do for a living. Yeah, I didn't say that to him, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, okay, we should go to this game, play a little bit longer with him. And eventually he got tired of me getting up and looking over because I should have that right to kick me out of the boot. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And I sat there and went back and explained to the guy exactly what I was doing. And he goes, oh, yeah, it does have, it does have an narrow viewing effect. You spend that kind of money for a screen with all viewing effect. Are you kidding me? So you have to be sitting directly in front of the screen. Also, too, where your projected position also, too, affects the screen. So you have to be in line with the screen. Can't have it sitting on the desk like we have it over here. Can't have it sitting on the floor, because that's going to be an issue. You have to mount your projector to the ceiling. You have to be in line with the screen. Let me see. So I got all that information here. That's done. Let's get this over here. Get this finished. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, people. Let me move this. That's what I used to go to when I was basically testing and certified, and I would go on the form sites, and guys would say, well, that's not fair. Your projector is sitting on the floor. It's not supposed to be sitting on the floor. And I said, well, let me explain something to you. If I'm going to spend $3,000 for a projection screen, $5,000 for a projection screen, I'm sure enough going to be to put my projector anywhere I want. So you explain that to me at the end of the day. Now, my screen's not having a problem, but this high-end screen's having an issue. That conversation ended quickly. But it's true, it's not $5,000 for a screen. Heck, I'm ready to put that in to sit that projector inside. Anywhere I want, and it should pick up. Because of now, viewing cone effect. That's why when you see me walk across the screen, I take the camera and I walk it across. That's what that's for. But you can't do it with certain screens, they go dark. But we'll show you when the samples come in. We'll explain to you what the narrow viewing cone effect is. Now, the only reason why you would know about the narrow viewing cone effect and you can speak of it because you have to test certified to know of it. That's why some people don't bring it up in their videos. Screen paints do not have narrow viewing cone effect unless there's something in there to trigger it. That's the only way. But they don't have it. Can a ultra short throw pick up on it can pick up on any screen paint. Ultra short throws are compatible with every kind of paint, even house paint, any kind of paint. Because they don't have a reflective surface. Only the certifieds have that issue because the surface is reflective. Now, if you turn to the side and the screen paint goes dark and it doesn't work at all, short throw, that's a major flag that something is wrong there. Because even house paint will pick up on an ultra short throw. Black paint will pick up on an ultra short throw. Everyday black paint, everyday gray paint, everyday white paint, it'll beat on an ultra short throw. Because it doesn't have a reflective surface in it to do it. But if your black screen can't pick up on ultra short throw, just something there causing the screen to go dark. And it shouldn't have that issue. Because it's not a fabric, it's not a film, something that could trigger it off. It is basically just paint. And it shouldn't have that reaction. So any black paint or dark gray paint that can't read on ultra short throw, there's something in it that's triggering it. What would trigger it? Oil. That would trigger it. Any kind of shiny substance, anything like glossy paints, that would trigger hot spotting, and it would trigger narrow viewing cone effect. Now they may sit there and say, well, hey, look, the reason why I know this stuff is because I test certified. When you test certified screens, a lot of them, not one bent up certified screen on your screen going, oh, look, I'm doing demonstrations in a dark environment with a screen that is designed to be used in a fully lit environment. No, test certifies. Only certifies. I had tons of certifies. Tested dozens of them. And one thing I've learned about their technology is that the surface that they use has that reflector. So some of the ultra short throw samples I've gotten, they can pick up on ultra short throw, but they're different. It's a different color. The darkest one I've ever seen in ultra short throw is actually by Elite Screens. They have the darkest ultra short throw I've seen so far. But everybody else was a little bit lighter. So if you can't, what happens is some of the screens, like the DMP Supernova, Infinity, and Blade, they don't work well on short throw or ultra short throw projectors. They come up dark, like really dark. They can't read. But the long throws pick up on them perfectly fine. That's why when you see me doing demonstrations on certified, the first thing I'll say is you can't use these because they're ultra short throws and then we get to switch out to a long trail. You can see in dozens of demonstrations. Like the projector, the screen, what's it called? Cinema Gray. It's not supposed to be using a projector under 2,000 lumens. So when we use that on a demonstration, we use a projector that's maybe about 4,000, 5,000 lumens. That's why. It literally says it. You can't use it on that. That's the rules. We go by the rules. But the rules also hurt them because, again, we can drop at 50 and they can't do it. Just like the screens I talked to today, the ones I got coming in, we revised the screens. I need to be used on projectors of 60, 66, or 6,500 lumens. That's a very expensive machine. That's already a flaw in the system because that's going to cost the customer a lot of money. But you got to remember, you're talking about their customer base. Their customer base, which they have, if they didn't, it would be out of business. Somebody's paying for it, right? So their customer base can afford that kind of money at the end of the day. They can afford $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 for a projector, which means you guys that can't, you'll opt out. Which means if you can't afford that screen, you can't afford the projector that it takes to run one of them. So they'll figure that, well, if you talk to a sales rep and say, well, we have lower budget screens, but the more high-end screens, you can't come near those because they're expensive projectors and expensive screens. So you go with the budget, you go with their white screens, you go with their gray screens, and you go with their silver screens. That's what you'll get. That's how it all works. There's the pecking order right there. So the gray screen is a budget screen. White screen is under a budget screen. It's cheap. That's the cheapest screen you can possibly get. You go to a place to buy a projector, they'll tell you that the projector is going to fix the white screen. Will tell you it's not. You'll find that out when you get home. You'll find that out when you take it outside and you try to watch a movie off and you realize that the screen is completely washed out and unwatchable. Doesn't look the same on your cell phone, does it? So, again, yeah, that's what people go through. And then I see them on forum sites trying to get information about how to fix the problem, and they're being told they got to calibrate, and they're told they have to be in darker environments. They're showing pictures of the environment. Well, this is what you need to do. You have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. So now they got to go and they got to rearrange all the lighting in the environment that they put there to begin with, because again, they were designing their living room. You got to redesign your living room for a screen. And at that point, some people just get tired of it and they think no one's going to buy TV. But then, after seeing what the OLEDs do at the end of the day, you're better off just not getting one of them and just buying a regular TV. Or there's us that can do this for far less, expensive projectors, no calibrating, and we can operate in cool environments. That's the headache that people go through. I talk to customers every day. I talk about what they're going through, what they bought, and what they purchased, and the headaches that they've been through, and how they're tired of it all. The time they put in to research and find the right projector, just to find out that it's going to fail because the screen's not correctly. And that's frustrating, because I don't know what. And then they go out and do their search. When they watch demonstrations on people with gray screens, you're in an environment that they do not want to be in. They don't want to be in the dark. They bought the projector for the purpose of not only having the movie theater experience, but for number one, replacing the TV. They want to be in a fully lit environment. You know, how do you basically deal with a situation where the wife does not want to be in a dark environment? She wants to enjoy her living room the way it was meant to be. She wants to read a book. She wants to be able to see all the beautiful things that she put in her environment to make her environment look beautiful. But every time you want to watch a movie or a TV, whatever, you got to darken the entire environment. That doesn't make her happy at all, period. So, happy wife, happy life. You know how that works at the end of the day, right? So I've had customers contact me and say, man, this is fantastic because we can have all the lights on, and she's happy and I'm happy. I can have big screen experience, I can have my projector, and she can read books and enjoy her environment. There you go. But that doesn't work if you're stuck in a dark environment. Not happy wife, miserable wife. Or she's just going to tell you no altogether and you're just not going to get it. That's what's going to happen. But our technology allows that to work. Yeah, it gets frustrating. TV's a lot easier to shop for. Go look at it, buy it, put it at home, turn it on. Well, not now, it's what they got now today. But anyway, turn it on, all the lights are on, you can worry about that the other day. I mean, most likely now with the new OLEDs and everything, and even the older OLEDs are actually much worse. I mean, I still can't get over that. It just sounds crazy to say that in my mind. It really does. I don't understand how that works. 6 to 7 hours to turn off the TV, turn it back on? That's madness. That's absolute madness. Well, anyway, that's the work the other day. I had long conversations in their rooms about that. Why didn't anybody bring it up when I was having that conversation about them ranking on projector, saying how dark the environments are, and carrying on and acting like an there, but no one brought that up. So we do have that issue. That's not an issue. That's a serious issue. So let me get this straight. If I want to be dirty, I can just walk in and just turn your TV off. And you can't turn it on for 6 to 7 hours. Am I right on this? Yeah, I'm right on it. That means you have to pull out your cell phone and watch the rest of the game on the cell phone. You got a TV, you spent all that money for it, sitting over there because you can't turn it. There you go. That scares me that I hope that they don't start making everything that way. Buy a sofa, you get half of it. Where's the other half at? It'll be coming next week. Where they had to happen to a chair. Actually did happen to me in a chair. Part of the chair was missing. Literally. The shit went half. I'm like, wait a minute, where's the rest of the chair? The guy was like, oh, it's delayed. So I got half a chair here, right? Like, yep. But be patient, Mr. Bird, it'll be there. How about you do me a big favor? Let's put the whole chair together. I don't want to pay the shipping cost. And let's ship over the whole chair. And that way, I have the whole chair. At the end of the day, people come down to basically having what you want. That's what it comes down to. So the projector, you liked it. You dreamed of this great big huge giant screen, and you'll be able to watch things in the toilet environment, and beautiful colors and contrast and all that. That's what you saw. And then you get it at home and you hook it up and hit your wall with it, and it's not nothing you thought it was going to be. It didn't look like anything on the box either. Family sitting on the box of 5 or 3, just sitting there playing video games, watching sports, and you're like, I have the same thing. Nope, not gonna happen. Then they bump into us. We're all over YouTube. You've seen the videos, it's mostly all us over there. We're on YouTube, and they bump into us to see our demonstrations. We're in fully lit environments, operating on projectors that are cheap. That's why they contact us. That's why I'm doing right now. Sending over links to customers so they can get what they paid for when it comes to a machine. That's why I said, look, I understand that people, well, it's not understanding. When people cut corners to make their products look good, they do it because they want people on YouTube to see them a certain way. That's what they want. Be known to be this person. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that your products technically don't work. Because it's a smoke show. But when you sell the product, that customer's not going to stick it in your environment. You may have an environment where you have partial lighting, it's dark in the environment, you're using a high-powered machine to make the colors look better, to make the contrast look better, you're using higher lumens to make the white levels push higher. That's a controlled environment right there. So what happens when the customer buys it and they stick it in an environment that's not controlled? Or somebody buys it and they use it for the commercial profit. Now the screen dramatically changes into something else that it's not. It's no longer showing what it was designed to do, or what you displayed it to do, and showing what it can't do. And there you fall into a problem right there. That's why it does not pay to do controlled environments. something. Screen has to be to operate in a fully lit environment. Commercial, which is actually much better. Now, while I like the commercial environment, it's hostile. It's extremely bright. It's not normal lighting. That's what I like. That's what I loved about that house in that basement. The lighting in there is absolutely brutal. And I fell in love with it when I saw it. I was like, wow, this is going to allow us to be able to produce amazing technology because the environment is super bright. It's brighter than an average home. That's what I like about it. And here, these lights plague the phones. Phones have really difficult time reading in here because it's so bright. That's what I like about it. Out of all the units I saw in here, I like this one the most because look how close the lighting is. See how they took the lighting? It has a little area. The light's actually lower because most lights are actually a little farther in. This light system actually comes down a little lower. That's what I like it. That's why I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. I mean, this lighting is right on top. This light is literally closer than the light I had in the garage. Not in the garage, yeah, the garage and the light in the max out zone. This is much closer. So that's what I like about this light. Let me get this thing taken care of for this customer. And as I said before, even in partially lit environments, in the dark, gray and white screens can't read. Gunmetal is certified so reading insert technology. So even if I were to basically darken the environment, you still won't be able to read in that environment because you can't pick up the Infinity One contrast level. You have to read that level. The other screens will read it, you won't be able to see it. All right, let me see. I gotta get this market right here. Right here. I know no shipping's gonna be free. So the overseas customers, shipping is free, so you just know that. Did I put that on the website? Yeah, we got free worldwide shipping. Okay, it's on there. Okay, cool. Let me get that link right now. I'm gonna take care of. Let me see. 64 ounces. Quasar. Let's see. Oh, here comes TV Cat. I'm gonna call you TV Cat Taco because you gotta be out there. Look, I gotta be out there. I gotta be out there. No, thank you. And again, the projector is expense. As I said before, people don't want to spend a lot of money for a projector, especially when I get people who are buying for the first time and they haven't bought a projector yet and they got a wallet. And that's how much you spend on a projector. So, well, we're looking at spending maybe about $3,000. Like, no, we don't spend that kind of money. That's insane. No. So how much? Man, we can do that for like under $200. Easy. Can you imagine your wallet to spend for a projector with $3,000? And your projector's gonna cost you $200. That's it. How much money did you guys spend? I didn't spend any money for those projectors and those demonstrations. That's why when we do those demonstrations, and the first thing they say is normal. What kind of are you using? Normal projectors? Because they don't want to hear 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 lumen projectors. Normal projectors. We're like, our projectors are mediocre projectors. We got really cheap machines. That's why I fell in love with that other company. Because, man, those projectors are so old. They have like 100-to-1 contrast sitting on top of them. They're really old. They have the black VGAs on them. They're gorgeous. They're perfect. Perfect. 700 lumens. Oh my goodness, I'm getting giddy as a schoolgirl. It excites me. 700 lumens. That's it. At 100-to-1 contrast. That's beautiful. Yep. I like that kind of stuff. Gotta work for it. Because that means we can get that projector to operate, we can get any machine to run. That's the part that the other person didn't understand. When he said that, oh, why don't you get your sisters? We did that demonstration 9 months ago. I had a customer came in and saw our technology. So been there and done it already. Even better, customer did it. So we've done that already. My stuff has been on more projectors than they have been because I have more customers. I've been around longer. I've done more testing. I got customers on the Digital and Crystal Screen Paint Company and companies on that. I got it on the D5K, D6K. All those screen paints we developed, every single one of them have customers on them. Every single one of those screen paints have 427 screen paints have actually been on all different types of projectors. So it just tells you at the end of the day when he says, well, let's see on a more powerful, we've done that already. I've done that. I've been flown to California. I've been flown out to Florida. I bet you can sit there and ask them, what's a Roadhouse case? You don't even know what Roadhouse cases are. Anytime you see Roadhouse cases on the floor, those are big boy powerful projectors. They're like mini refrigerators. Those are 50 lumen projectors. Sorry, 50,000 lumen projectors. Some of them have a dual lamp source in them. You can switch out your lamp source. So yeah, I've seen all that. Been there, done it. And even in the demonstration, church tells you, well, you got a 7,000 lumen projector. You know how big a 7,000 lumen is, and you see the size of their screen? We've done it already. At long throw at that, not even off the short throw. So let me see here. All right, I'm going to go here and put down. FLE Black Illuminous Quasar. Jeez. All I do is put down FLE Black. That search engine, man, we tweet that daylight out of there. I tell you, it's worth it. It's a headache to do them. Which search engines are headaches to do, but it's definitely worth getting it down pat. Because, man, you don't have to say much. All somebody has to do is type in FLE Black and boom, our site pops up. Yeah, because I tweet the daylight out of it. It's definitely worth it. Take your time, be a search engine optimizer, and do it right. You have to do those. You can't skip that. No one will find your site. Kind of hard to find them based on that. You want to pick up anywhere. Keywords, certain keyword, pick them up. Let me see. Choo choo. Choo choo. I wanted, from here, I wanted FLE Black Illuminous Quasar. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now you have to go on here. Okay, there we go. Good. Now, do our YouTube videos need to be on the website too? No. I actually just, you can crypt codes onto your YouTube videos, right? You know that, right? There's advanced settings for that allow you to do that stuff. You want to basically link everything together? Yeah, there you go. They actually link stuff together. I got stuff, man. I encrypted the crap out of a lot of stuff, man. That's why you look at my page when it pops up. There's a section there that allows you to encrypt coding in there. It's an advanced setting. They call it Studio, but mine popped up before Studio. But I saw it in the sound like, oh shoot, we can do encryption in here. Like it popped up. I'm like, oh yeah. So I basically got encryption and everything, just about. So anything that pops up, it all daisy chains. All the pictures link to this and that links to that, back and forth. That's how you want to do it, back and forth. Ah, man, is there any freedom from this stuff, man? Really? People. Nobody wants to see this mess, man. I mean, some people may do. They may get off on it, but at the end of the day, I don't. I think it's... Nobody wants to see that mess. Alright, I got work to do. Get this done. I got to put the videos up here. Time is a ticking. I feel like a fried chicken. Okay, to chicken break. Boom. Let's see. Chicken. Big chicken. Well, this is a nice OLED demonstration. Heavy black levels. See what I mean? That's what I said. After all, that contrast is important. My projector's contrast is garbage. Sorry, old faithful, but it's true. She knows. Contrast is garbage. That's why we put the matching better demonstrations up there, because again, you know, if you got your own black technology at the end of the day and you got your own set of specifications on how you're doing it, okay, that's your thing to understand it 100%. Go ahead, go with it, go run, be happy. But if you're challenging us, you're going to have to match and better those demonstrations in order to say you're me. It's like you can't say that, okay, you got two track stars or two runners, right? And one actually is faster than the other. You can't say that I'm just as fast as him or I'm better than him. You're going to have to prove it. You're going to have to take it. That's what you're going to have to do. And you're going to have to show in numbers that you are faster than him. So you beat his record. Now you are now the fastest. You're faster than him because it just shows in his timeline how better your product is or how better your performance is. Same thing with products. Same way. If Michelin's doing all these testing on their tires, and their tires are known for this, because they stand by these testing, you're going to have to show in your test results that you're higher than they are. But not only that, you're going to have to match what they have done and beat it. And we set the bar extremely high. And mind you, we're not done yet. We're still raising the bar. Because mind you, all this stuff has basically challenges on it. Every demonstration, the certifiers will be here on Monday, and they all have challenges underneath, which means you would have to complete this set of screens at the same time, like 10 at the same time. You got to do them in bunches because you're not going to get them done and move on, because there's a lot of work to do 10 certified and we got 10 on here. And that's 10 per company, 5 per company, 8 per company. So you have to finish those. And then when we do this, we have ultra short throw versions of it too. So now you don't have to switch out to ultra short throw and redo them again. And mind you, as I said before, this is certified, so they will not be sitting in your comfortable environment. They're designed to be used in much more harsher environments. And if you're not used to being in an environment that a certified can go into, you're in trouble. Because they can do that. Like I said, the press up diamond, 50 lumens. Pull it in the environment. That thing, boop, pull it up with no problem. So you're going to have to be able to do that. If you're a gray screen, you can't read that infinity level right there. You're going to have a problem on so many levels. It's not even funny, especially against a certified. I like this demonstration. Who got this one? Oh, I like it. Oh, we definitely got to show this up. I got to show this up. This is beautiful. I love it. Now you see all that detail? Again, it's not impressive if I'm on here using a, when we do 5,000, I'll do a 5,000 projector. I'm talking about if I'm using an 8K, if I'm using a 5K, if I'm using a 4K high-end projector. way over the 1920 by 1200 specifications. That's not impressive, because that machine can make a piece of notebook paper look like that. But when using a projector that's an XGA 720p projector, a Sony CX100, and this projector doesn't even have an HDMI port on it, we already had to stick an adapter on it to run this, and we got an image that sharp, that clear, that, yeah. Screen does it. That's why I've been explaining to people for the longest time that's why we don't use expensive projectors. We got ranked on because we kept using 720p projectors. They use 720p projectors. They can't afford this and can't afford that. No, we use the 720p projectors because they have a bigger impact. I went out and bought a 4K projector. Been there and done it already. Didn't buy another one because I sat there and said, we don't need them. We don't have to have them. I got 5,000 lumen, 6,000 lumen projectors in my storage unit. I got Chrissy's Barcodes, Panasonics, all those sitting up in there. We don't have to use it. The FLEs don't require any of them. They generate a lot of light. I like this demonstration. I got to do a short on this one, and I got to turn around and send this over to Facebook. And you see what gaming looks like on this thing? Gaming looks gorgeous. So it doesn't make a difference if you have a new console or an old console. You can't read contrast. If you're on a gray and white screen, you can't pick it up. Which you're going to need in gaming, especially in Call of Duty. You're definitely going to need it. So, I got investors coming in today to look at this. I'm quite impressed. And the first thing I say is, I want something we can cover the projector up, because I want to show we can cover it up and show what it looks like. So, they're going to think we're using a high-end, high-power projector, and I'm no. That projector cost me $10. And that's what I like about that. That's what I love about using the old machines. Like, really? $10? $10. Look at that. I haven't seen that looks. $10 projector. That's why I sat there and said, look, you're used to seeing it through demonstrations with the lights on. We come into your environment in the dark, you have no idea how amazing. These things are insane in the dark. We're in partial lit and this thing looks insane. You can turn the lights on, it's insane. And even in a dark environment, your screen couldn't stand against that. You could watch your screen out in the dark. I can take a simple cell phone flashlight and knock your screen out in a star flow. That thing can generate a star flow where the lights are on or off, doesn't make a difference. And at that, for those you don't know, because we have people who haven't watched my demonstration, haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show you my projector. This is my projector right here. Let's get some more light in here. I'll show you my projector. This is my projector right there. So my projector doesn't have any HDMI ports at all. It has an adapter that allows it to run VGA. So if I want, see how the VGAs are black? Now the reason why they're black, those are the older projectors. The older projectors have the black VGAs, the new ones have the blue ones. There's Taco the cat right there. This is a model number for my projector right here, because I have to show these off because people don't believe us. So this right here is an XGA, and it's a VPL CX100. Now we have the S video jack right there. That's all we have. And we have analog video, and that's pretty much it. That's all it has. It's an old projector. It's 2700 lumens. That's it. See? Same thing with the lights on, lights off. Same thing. Same thing. Runs perfectly. I'm going to People have been asking me for partial lighting, dark environments, all week long. I'll do demonstrations always with the lights on. Lights off, please. Can you send me a different lights off? I'm going to be in the dark anyway. I get that all the time. I'm going to be in the dark anyway. I need to know the difference between your product, because people believe that when they're in the dark, they think the screen's actually working. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be an easy cakewalk for us because we're not used to being in the dark. I like to be in well-lit environments. It's funner for us. I'm going to do some demonstrations on certified white screens and our new gray mixture, which we had. I'm going to show you half and half and splattered screens, why they don't work even when you're in the dark. And if your excuse is, well, what if we buy more? We buy more what? More expensive projector to fix the problem? You're going to take more money out of your pocket. You already bought a projector, you're going to buy a more expensive one to fix it? No. Then already you lost already. We should really use that $10 projector sitting on the desk with no problem whatsoever. We don't need 4K, we don't need 1080p. If you need all that to begin with, then your screen's already failed. Because if I can operate it with no problem, your product should be operated with no problem. Or basically the customer, at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to spend more money. And they're telling you, well, you know, I bought this projector, trying to coach you to buy that projector. That's because it's the only thing that will make their screen look somewhat decent. That's why they can't coach you to use a more lower projector, because your screen would fail miserably. I need to get pictures for that. That's why. So this projector right here, relic, old. But yet it looks like that on our technology. And once the certifieds get here, they don't want to show the more of a bigger impact of our technology. You'll get a chance to see this same old projector we're using on those certified screens against this technology, and you'll see this technology overpowered. Now you see those bright, beautiful colors popping up? If I take a black t-shirt and stick it up there, any black surface, it turns dark. It can't read the white levels. That's why when the screen can pick up those nice vivid colors, super high contrast levels, and beautiful white levels, that's because the screen is generating a white level. Without it, it wouldn't be deceived. The height mirror, if it wasn't in it, that screen wouldn't read. I like that demonstration. I like it a lot. I got a black shirt on right now. Yes, I do. Anyway, I gotta play that one again, so I like that one. I like that demonstration. All right, let me get this customer set up. I think I'm gonna do a video on this one, short, sweet, with this video right here, and I'm gonna basically put in a link on our website. But yeah, we've been asked it all week long, partial lit, dark environment, partial lit, dark environment. All right, so be it. We'll do some demonstrations, lights out, and partial lit. Which I'm doing right now. But I'm not changing my projector. My $10 projector is going to stay right here on my desk because that's where it should be at. If I got to sit there and go, oh, I'm going to buy this 4K projector because we can get higher resolution. Screen's black. It does do higher resolution. That's the reason, the point of using the old projectors. Save some money. Nobody wants to spend a lot of money. Even rich people like to save money. What the videos they got in their collection? Hold on for a minute. That's a good demonstration. That's a really good demonstration. Well, it's almost, we're past time here, so I'll leave it right here because I definitely want to do this over in Facebook. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. I had to go pick up some black cloth today too because I need some of the black cloth to put against our screen. I want to put something where we can have a curtain system. That's what I want to do in here with this. And the curtain system over so we can pull the black screen across or have a screen we put up made out of all black fabric. I want something where basically when they hit it, we want the screen to come up dark and dirty, and then we want to open up the curtain and show our technology. What was that? Or is that you over there? Is that you being mished up? Being extra mished up? Being extra mished up today? Weirdo. You weirdo, Taco Kitty, you weirdo. Yeah. Oh, what do you do? What did you do? Hold on for a minute. Hopefully, we did not mess it up, and I think we did. We could have saved it. We could have. Yeah. Tell me about it. It was a fantastic video. There's good clarity and everything. And we hit the back button. Now, 5, 6 online to resave previous stuff we already had. It was a good video. I like it. Oh, that's it right there. That's the company. You did find it right there. They're the ones that do that. Let me see. Alright, I need to write this down because I like their videos. I do. Ink pen. We have an ink pen on this? No ink pen to be found. There's never ink pens to be found here. This is a vortex for ink pens. Ink pens get absorbed in here. You never find them ever again. I don't hear it. Ink pens. We got ink pens in here? That's great. Don't put ink pens in the drawer. We're going to find it. Alright, paper. Oh, did you send this off? No, you did not. I want to get the customer demonstration too. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they start everything else, it's all customer demonstration. They send it off so they're done and then taken care of. They're all taken care of. All the links are there for them. I want to get a copy of these videos. Let me see. These have been fantastic for our. I like videos that have good color, good contrast, a little bit of everything, especially with high white levels in it. I like all that, and especially the show off our screen's contrast capability. These videos are fantastic. Look at the reflection off the floor. That's them right there. Hold up a minute. Perfect. Thank you, Jesus. God is good. I was looking for this right here. This is perfect. Now I know from the door, we're going to have people saying, oh, but I'm a copy that does the same thing too. Really? I don't care at the end of the day if you do it. But mind you, when name goes in it, you know we got coming after you, right? Yeah, that Phoenix. You don't want that thing popping up at your front door. I'm just explaining to you, that thing is going to be a monster. I'm going to engineer the thing for one sole purpose. When we get done with it, it's going to be a legendary. That shows you how bad boy this screen's going to be. I'm looking at the design we need to design for the frame, because the frame has to be pure light. So I want light actually feeding into this screen because it's going to be designed to absorb sunlight. Oh, I think I'm going to get done with it. I cannot wait. I can't wait till we finish it. When we this is going to be the model of it. We show what it looks like, but the legendary version is made on crystal. That's what we decided to go with. It's going to be a certain constructed crystal. Don't have to worry about it shattering or breaking. You can get tamper-proof crystal. I want this screen to be exclusive, and it may be one of the very rare limited editions, because we do have one that's only available once a year. This might be a second version, another one that'll be available once a year. So when we do bring it out, can you buy it? No, can't get it. Right now, the purpose for that technology is to shut things down. That's what it's designed to do. So we got somebody over there running their mouths and selling products and they're talking trash about us, we go buy from it. I don't have time to do a long demonstration of this, that, and the other. I really don't. I'm very busy. I'm just going to come over, send you an email, let you know who we are, and put the order through. Now, it's up to you whether you want to cancel the order, put the money back in our account. It's up to you. And that's the end of it. You take your cancellation receipts and we put them in the book. That's where they go. I'm not ready to get my book ready. So get them in the book and that's it. I'm not going to go back and talk about this and talk about that. I don't have time for them. Go back to work. And then the next person pops up and does it. We go the same thing to them. And mind you, when your product comes over here, you see the kind of testing we like to do. This is a whole different entity of technology. They're tested differently. So they're not in actual commercial. These things actually can thrive outside through windows. That means that thing can draw in sunlight, which means this is where you're going to go in a direct hit of sunlight. You're going to take 120 to 100,000 to 120,000 lux of sunlight directly through your screen. You're not going to go well. You're not going to be surviving the environments that thing can go in it. And keep in mind, if we do it inside, the environments are going to be insane. You ever walk through a hospital, you see much light in the hospital hallway? Those things can generate in those environments with no problem because they can absorb sunlight. So mind you, the technology you saw AdTech, which can absorb sunlight, was at 60% when it was sitting on the glass. It was a test. AdTech at 100% is something else. That's what you're going to have to deal with. Because that's the new generation of screens we're going to be working on, the new platform of screens we're going to start working on in 2025 and 2026. We want physical screens. That's what we want. Aluminum technology, that's another one. That's going to be a physical screen. And those screens generate a ton of light. So I'm just putting it out there. I don't mind. You do the demonstration all you want. We don't care. Have a ball with it. I don't own it at the end of the day, but just keep my name out of it. That's all I'm saying. You can put my name in it. You know, I'm not responsible. You're going to hear me crying and whining on camera about how, you know, you got trolls hitting your site because now they're coming over to you saying, hey, we want to get this from Mr. Bird. Because I know half the people that are coming over hitting his site are not getting paid for us at all, period. They're just messing with him because they can do it because he's scared. That's why. That's why he put the harassment thing up. But you have to remember, if you put blood in the water, sharks will come. That's how it works. You have to be to defend your product. Can't make up things and then can't defend it. You have to be to back it up. If not, sharks will come. Oh, look how that white light pops up. So that's what I've never heard this before. Oh, it was right there. It was right there. Really, it was right there. All right, let me see. Oh, there's a white beta fish in there. You making biscuits? You're always making biscuits. You're always making biscuits. Every day with the biscuits. Always making. He's always making biscuits. He makes biscuits every day. Every day he makes biscuits. Every day. And they're making biscuits. Yes, it's right here. Making biscuits? I'm making biscuits, Dad. I'm here making biscuits. Making all kinds of biscuits. told you, you don't want one of these screens in the dark, which you definitely don't want it. Quasar technology, like I said, you can operate outside at 1,000 lumens and they read. But if we do a demonstration lights out, and this is where majority of most screens are sitting at right now, they're sitting in the dark because their screens, this is the only way their screens will work. We can drive in fully lit environments and operate the same way, just like this in the dark. We can operate the same way with the lights on. But this technology walks into a dark environment, remind you, it's not fighting the ambient light anymore. You're truly seeing this screen at basically another level. It just gets better and better. And mind, we're still on an XGA 720p projector. We're not 4K, we're not no 1080p. 9 feet from the screen. This setup for my customer, $24 for the Surface, $10 for a projector. If they get the projector for 10, if they find one. But that's what it would cost them, that's what it cost me. And then for the money they put in for our technology, well, guess what? This technology can take out $5,000, $7,000 projection screens. Forget about your screen paints at the end of the day, it's $60. We're talking about $5,000 to $7,000 projection screens. That's a massive. If you want to be able to get the value of your technology for what it's worth and what it can do, you're going to have to show it can take a certified. And I'm not talking about one, I'm talking about multiple of these screens. And you're not going to do a dark environment, some OLED nonsense. You're going to do this demonstration with a color balance test. You're going to show you for better reds, blues, greens, yellow, and you're using a fully lit environment, and then you're going to adjust it over to dark environments. You're going to do it again on ultra short throw. You're going to do it again on Pico. You're going to do it again on venue projectors and home theater projectors. You're going to do it again and again and again. And if they have an outdoor version of it, you're going outside with that. If they have an ultra short throw version, you're going to do it with that. See what I'm getting at here? So if you can prove that at the end of the day, then you can get serious money for your product. But other than that, showing your product alone by itself on a standalone, that's nothing at all, period. And keep in mind, for the person who kept bouncing up at the ceiling, that's not a demonstration. If you're doing a white level demonstration, you should have the projector back a lot farther than that, and your projector has to drop at 1,000 lumens or 50 to do that demonstration. Yeah. And any forum site you go into, they're going to request it. They're going to request a distance throw, low lumen projector demonstration. And that's what you're going to have to do. And mind you, some of them can drop back to 25 feet, even outside. So get cracking, Jackson. You got a lot to do. That's not enough. That's not impressive. Anybody can do that. You got to show something that no one else can do. I want to get back to that. Whatchamacallit? They got a bunch of those. So, again, being able to take out certified screens, yeah, that base at the end of the day, it jumps your price of your value of your technology, especially if you're taking out a physical screen and that screen is certified. Different class of screen. It'll trash a white screen easily. Not even a challenge for it. So I'm looking at getting one company. We're blessed to get 10 of those from them. Another company, I'm looking at roughly getting this time around maybe about 7, because it's another one I want. The Elite is interesting because it's not on there. That's how I ordered the first and the second one. I got it directly off the sample site. But for some reason, that particular one's not there. So I'm probably going to have to call a dealership to get it. And see if they got anything else new underneath it. I do want the ultra shorter version because both of those screens are good. And the reason why I like the certifieds, because the certifieds, I mean, one, if you want to get notification for your technology, you got to go new certified. Well, the difference with certified is you're dealing with companies, big boy companies, which means if you falsify any of those demonstrations and you make that product look like something that is not, you're guaranteed to get sued 100%. I guarantee they'll come after you. So when you do that demonstration, you will have that screen in the environment that it's designed to be in. They can operate in fully lit environments. People will cheat those demonstrations because, as I said before, they have to be in a dark environment because the screen doesn't pull correctly. Don't mess around with them. Don't do that. You get a letter. The only person that sent us one of those letters, Diamond sent this letter, Training Addiction sent this one. But for anybody who's in the forum site, was saying, well, you must have did something wrong. Well, let me explain something to you. The first letter we got was a letter from them. It was an email telling us that the product had potential and they wanted to further the discussion about the product. That does not sound like a person who's upset that needs to send out a cease and desist order. That was sent out in the day to keep us away from their product. That's what it was sent out for, a bully tactic. Because you don't start off by saying, hey, your product has potential, we should finish this conversation, sorry for waking you. No one says that when they're about to sue you. Or they to tell you to stay away from their product. Nobody. That's like us sending him that notice. Say, oh, you know what? The product has potential. We got a discussion go later, and then later on hit him with something else. No. And at first, I didn't believe it was them. I had no idea they were watching us. That's why I tell you, be careful of how you carry your company. If you're going out and doxing people on your website, if you are doing that weird puppet people, all that nonsense, that negative nonsense that they do, these companies will stay away from you with a 10-foot pole because you run the risk of getting them sued. If they sign a contract and y'all have a partnership and you're carrying yourself in that manner, you make them look bad, you make yourself look bad, and they run the risk of getting sued because they're affiliated with you. So these guys have pretty much canceled any form of having a contract anywhere. Anywhere, it's gone. And since we now have recordings and we've documented everything, even if they delete the videos, we have the documents. So again, they're stained out here. They can't do business out here. They can't do business with companies, and companies will watch your site. I had no idea when I was doing all that testing on their technology that they were watching me the entire time. Until I got a phone call, and one of them reached out too. And I'm sitting there thinking like, nah, that can't be them. That's got to be my buddy June. He got to be him messing with me at the end of the day. That can't be real. Like, why in the world would a company of that caliber and size contact me? I'm a little guy at the end of the day. So why would they contact me? So it's got to be a joke. So I'm thinking maybe it's a troll or one of them. And I go, very funny, June. Nice joke. And I hang the phone up on the guy. And the guy calls me back and says, I don't know who June is, but I'm the real deal. I'm so-and-so and so from Screen Innovation. And I go, okay, if you're the real deal, send me an email with your watermark on it. And the email popped up, and that's how we got it. Now, would I be ever interested? No, I've said that many times before. I don't want to work with any projection screen companies. Nobody. I want to be independent. I work myself. Because again, if you work with other companies, they're not going to agree on the prices that you're going to do at the end of the day. They want to do 10,000 and use high-powered projectors and controlled environments. I'm not about that. I don't want to be in that environment. I don't even want to be labeled in that type of environment. And it's not going to make them look good if we're operating in environments brighter than their screens and we're using projectors cheaper than them at the end of the day. And then they're doing their demonstrations where they're using high-powered projectors and ambient. It doesn't work well. So they're going to advise us, hey, look, we can work together on this, but you got to come down to what we're doing. We're not doing that. So again, that's why we never work, ever. That's why we're not interested. So we're going to keep doing what we do. We test our products against high-grade certifiers. This is why, gentlemen, when I went out to order get my certified samples again, I didn't buy anything from you. Because again, why would I? Your stuff's not tested. You can't back it up yourself. So that doesn't give me any credibility whatsoever. It's a joke paint, and it is. Your product's a joke. Now, for the certifiers, we get credit for that. Because again, these screens have been around for an awful long time. They've been able to back up everything they can do, and they have an outstanding track record sitting on top of them. So to be able to prove that a screen paint, at the end of the day, number one, can take a physical screen, this brings us a lot of credit. So there you go. Which I find very interesting because they should be going out to prove their products and getting certified screens, but they don't. They come after us. Which makes me If you think about it, the big dog of projection screen paints. Because they are, at the end of the day, are physical screens until one of our physical screens drop. And right now, for screen paints, that would be us. We would be number one. Now, do they consider our products to be equal to theirs? Not right now, they don't. They see us, they watch us, they know how good our products are. But once we come on their level with an actual physical screen, then they'll see us for what we are. Because right now they're still saying, well, they're just screen paints, that's what it is. It's messy, it's this and that. Where a fixed frame screen is already together, you don't have to worry about no painting, no instructions, blah, blah, blah. Even though we're not on that level, but still, yeah, it is. You're going to have some mess. Where a fixed frame screen, you set it up, won't be done. So that's why we're working on these new physical technology. This is why we're developing the aluminum screen technology. This is why we're developing the legendaries. This is why you have the screens we're being developed under the gaming screens. That's why AdTech has a TV screen technology, because we're going to be competing with the physical next year. So we have physical and we have screen paints. We got both. Patrick, oh man, I look like taco. I look like a little taco. I look like a little taco. Hallelujah, taco. Little taco. Your fat face. Your fat furry face. And you're looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Imagine cats could teach. If cats could talk, cats would be so sarcastic. They really would. They'd be so sarcastic. Like, really, I'm even having my cat nap, and you just gotta come in here and kiss me all over my face and tell me how furry my feet are. I know my feet are furry. I live with them every day. And why you gotta remind me every day that my feet are furry? Really? I just feel hilarious. But anyway, no. 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 Never. No. If I had a chance to talk to a politician, I asked him, well, if they're slinging mud, why are you guys slinging mud? We're no better if you don't sling mud, if you just have a honest campaign, you don't got to dig up dirt. I mean, we know they did dirt. I mean, just do it honest. Just don't. If both you get at the end of the day, you say, you know what, I'm not even going to lean down to the level at the end of the day. We don't do it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? That makes them look bad at the end of the day. It does. Just take a different route on it all. Just say, you know what, no, we're not doing that. We're not slinging any mud. We're not doing no dirty campaigns at all whatsoever. What they did in the past is what they did in the past. Let God deal with them. And at the end of the day, we're going to run an honest campaign. That's how we're going to do it. That's what makes them look bad to be slinging all that mud like that. But nope, they do it too. So that's why I said, whoops, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. Besides, as I told you before, Christians don't have to do it. We serve God, so. Where did it go? Did it go? There we go. It's good. Got my little big see-through tank over here. I'm working on right now. Pretty soon, we'll be working on the aqua technology. Aqua technology. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed. I have to basically take care of some business today, and I got a bunch of phone calls to make. I need samples badly. So I'm blessed. The Lord blessed us to be able to get more than what we needed, because you know, when I lost my sample, I was like, oh, shoot, we lost the sample, so everything's gone. And the Lord said, don't worry about it. You'll have the samples back. You'll get more than what you need. And he was right. He was wrong. He blessed us to get more than what we needed. So we have more coming in because we're getting new gunmetal technology. I do want to do a lot of certifies on that because I have to go to forum sites. See, that's why I explained to the other, we don't just pertain to just YouTube. I go to other forum sites. I like to talk and show off our technology. And we get people that come in there and challenge us. And that's what I like about the forum sites. I love the challenge that people come to ask questions. If you're afraid to ask questions, if you're making things up at the end of the day, you can't go to that site because people will ask you about that. They'll go to your site, they'll look at your stuff, and they'll make sure you can back it up. If you're making stuff up, it's going to be hard for you to go on the forum site. And I love the forum sites because, again, we back all our stuff up. So when we bring out the screen, and we're talking about the gunmetal screen, it's a screen paint, and a lot of people in there got physical projection screens and those certified screens. We have to prove at the end of the day that we can be able to compete with that screen or overpower. I can't sit here and say, well, you know, hey, we got a gunmetal screen. I lost my samples and that's it. And that's the end of it. We're just not going to test it on a certified. We're just going to leave it at that. We can't do that. We have to test it against certified. It's a must. It has to be done. It's something you can't skip that test. Let me see something in it. I got that finished and that's done. I have to go over to YouTube and I have to pick up my videos and put them in. I have to put my links in, the black versus black. Why are you still here? Why are we doing this? Right here, why are we doing next? Now, you know what's interesting? Every time I come to this page, we don't type this in, it comes up automatically because it's the last thing I typed in. But this is when I was trying to find any customers who had this product. No one was coming up. This is what's coming up. It's a vehicle. That right there is a vehicle. The ones you see like the slingshots, yeah, that's the name of them. It's the same name as the screen paint. So when we go look it up, we can't find any customers. This is all that comes up. Is talking about the slingshot. That's all that comes up. And if he had named this product this, right? Okay, and he had customer reviews, he had test demonstrations, anything. Most of them would have came up under this, and some of these would have popped up, but most of it would have been the demonstrations he's pushing up. But there's nothing coming up because there were no tests. There was nothing done on the product. There's no customers. There's nothing there. Not a thing. It just comes up about the slingshot. That's it. So it's not something we search and look for. It's just one of the things that was the last thing I looked for, and it just stayed there. Let me go to. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got to get the videos. Even the video here showing how to repair fabric screens. We've done so many of them on how to repair your fabric screen. When your screen gets ripped or damaged, there's a way to repair them. Very easy to do too, on top of that. And not expensive either. And you won't even see like any of the, none of the imperfections, you won't see it. But we teach and show you stuff. See, stuff we did on t-shirts and stuff like that showing you. I'm going to the fabrics through the damn paper with some really nice black fabric. That's I'm going to make these curtains that come across. And when it opens up, you know what I mean? You can see our screen's really dark. So I'm going to do cool stuff like that. But you have to back it up. All right, let me see. This area right here. And we're going over to, let me see, here, over here already. It's going here. No, we're here already. Where is the whatchamacallit at? We just came off of this thing a few minutes ago. I just loaded up something for a customer on here. Is this it? Yeah, there it is, right? Nobody's just in here a few minutes ago. All right, I want to come over to, we're in Buy Here Now. Okay, we're in Buy Here Now, right? Okay, all right, we're already in Buy Here Now, so we're good. Let's go to the bottom. I have to put these for the black versus black demonstrations at the bottom. Now, this is what you should be seeing. Right here, these are our black versus black demonstrations. This is a must. You have to have these. Speaking to the merchant or anybody about to go into the field of home theater projection screen paints, this is a test you have to have on your site. You have to have these. because it's going to come up. It's definitely going to come up. Someone's going to ask you what's the difference of your product in fabrics and paints and films, everything you could possibly think of. They're going to ask you. Heck, right there, that's actually a plastic case to a projection case that came with a projector. And there's a shiny black look to it, so I stuck it to the screen. You have to show it. And you can't be doing any bumps and hiccups and yellowish tone nonsense. You have to show the difference between night and day. Can't be no hiccups. A huge, massive difference. Have to show these tests. If they refuse to put the test, if they said they've done them, say, hey, look, do me a favor, can you put that on the website? And they don't do it, then guess what? You got to go elsewhere then. All right, let's go over here. Let's put our, these are demonstrations for this. That was the Quasar. This is now the Gamer that we're adding in. And let's go here. All right, all the videos were set up pretty cool. All right, that's ready to go. Let's get another one. So we have this one on the black Quasar. Sorry, not the Quasar, but the dedicated gamer. This is a black versus black color level test. As you can see, if you look at the versions for the Quasar, Quasar has color level test and white level test. All these tests have to be on there. And they'll get mad at me and screaming at me, talking about, well, you know, just no, it's not anything at all. We shouldn't even be having this conversation, literally, at all. You should be doing these tests. These are conversations we should not be having. You need to get these tests completed. It's very important. Oh, come on. No. We're not doing that. No. Gee whiz. Who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? At the end of the day, I'm not leaving it at that. I'm not getting into politics on that stuff. I'm done with all that nonsense. I serve God and that's it. Let me see. I have people that come out and basically want you to vote, and they try to convince you and stuff. And they say at the end of the day, they say, well, you know, if you don't vote for the right person, this could happen and that can happen. So you're saying the guy has no control over that situation? That's what you're saying? You know, you won't be going through any of that at all, period. I can't wait till we finish the rest of the floor. You won't be going through any of that at all, period. They can bring in an evil dictator. You're not going to be harmed by any of that. You serve God at the end of the day. You know, some people vote and they feel it's their duty. And at the end of the day, I don't vote because I just don't see anything worth voting. I just don't. And it's the same story every single time. And what campaigns they don't finish, they just basically sweep it under the rug, forget about it, and then come back when election time comes and everybody's all nice and doing this and doing that, and they change up and they're a different person. Yeah, because they need votes, that's why. Come back in and take the old promises and then basically come back in and try to recycle those to the same thing you were talking about before. They've always been talking about that. New jobs. It's been going on forever. So no, I don't believe any of that nonsense at all, period. Same old story. Yeah, I had people in the black community get mad at me because they say, oh, what you didn't vote for. Oh, I put the same video right there. You didn't vote for no, I didn't vote for anybody. Because they all do the same thing. They all get up there and they all do the same thing. The only person I can say honestly that did something different was Clinton. That was it. That was the only one I can say honestly. It was Clinton. Because when Clinton was in office, there were jobs and the money was good. How can I say that? But they had to get rid of Clinton because Clinton was doing too much. Because he didn't want to swim in the swamp. He didn't want to swim in the swamp with the rest of them. He was different. And that's why they had to get rid of him. Did you ever think about that at the end of the day? You know how much security is on a president? How much security they have? The fact that Monica Lewinsky was able to get that close to him, to shake his hand, I'm pretty sure when you look at the crowd, it's not just everyday people up there. No, they got security protocols that go through. They got everybody screened in the front of that line all the way through. They know all those people.
Because anybody could be in there to get that close to him. Yeah. She was super close. He was only in one section. He wasn't over the whole line. He was in couple particular sections. So they knew where to place him and where to put her. Because everywhere he was at, she was at. Yeah, well, they set him up good. They did. And they knew. He's a man at the end of the day. They knew. And on top of it, there were other things that were going on besides him and his wife at the end of the day. There were some things going on. So, with that being said, if you don't basically keep the man happy, they're wrong. That's what's going to happen. And if you're basically, I put it this way, it's your wife at the end of the day, and you're not basically doing what you're supposed to do, he's going to roam. He's going to go other places. That's what he's going to do. I don't understand how, and this is why I got to say this real quick, as I'm a little bit off topic here, but I don't understand how with some women, I would never understand this, how you cut a man off, and yet you don't want him to cheat on you. You want him to still provide for you, put a roof over top of your head, and do this and da-da-da-da-da, but you don't do that. And then you wonder why they roam. And when they roam and they hook up with somebody else that treats them a little bit better, and someone they can talk to, and someone they can communicate with better, you wonder why you get replaced so fast. This is what happens. And vice versa. Not saying it's all just them. Vice versa also too. So yeah. Well, mostly yes. I'm sorry, it's the other way around. It really is. And you get mad about that, but it's true. But anyway, yeah, you can't do that. They will roam. And that's what happened in the situation. He was roaming. And she wasn't doing things that she was supposed to be doing. So bottom line is, yeah, they knew that. Secret Service, all them in there, they know your business at the end of the day. Their job is to be next to you all the time. They know the arguments, the fights, all that stuff. Why do you think some of these people who are Secret Service agents or maids or butlers or even the cook are writing books about people? Because they know more about them than anybody else. They're with them 24/7. I know more about that guy than you do because I make his food for him. I know everything about him. Sometimes they'll come in and they'll talk to the cooks because they can't talk to their wife or whatever. And they'll have that, or husband, they'll have that conversation with them. And they'll find out all kinds of stuff. So tell-all books usually come from people who are just everyday workers that are in the environment that hear stuff all day long. And Secret Service is going to hear it the most because they have to be with them 24/7 because they're bodyguards. So yeah, they know stuff that's going on. They know stuff that's going on. So yeah. And keep in mind that if you're going to set somebody up, who are you going to go to? You're going to go to the people who have the most information on that person, which are people that are closer to them. So they knew there were problems going on. Just saying conspiracy theory off the top of my head. If they knew there were problems going on, let's take a really pretty woman. He liked her. Pretty woman. She wasn't a bad looking woman. She's very pretty. And let's keep her in his eyesight, in his line of fire all the time. Let's keep her here. Let's put her here. Because I realized that when I was watching him and he was going from crowd to crowd, she was always there. She was always there. She was always there. He bumped into her every single time. Now, if his wife at the end of the day ain't giving him the time of day, she ain't talking to him, she ain't hugging this, that, and the other, and this one's showing affection to him, he's going to roam. And they knew that. They impeached him for it. Now, what he did was right? No, what he did was wrong. He should have never cheated on his wife to begin with. Marriage is marriage. That's the whole thing. To death do we part. You're in that forever. You can't cheat. You can't do that. You are locked in that. That's how it works. That's why when you marry somebody, you make sure you get it right. But other than that, yeah. Under Christian law, you can't divorce. Did you know that? You can divorce. It depends on if the person cheats on you, for that purpose, but you can't remarry ever because you got a contract through God. That's why. And the mistake that people make, people will marry and get remarried, marry and get remarried. You can't do that because you got a contract through God. God's contracts are until one of you pass off the earth. To death do you part. So one of you has to die in order to break the contract. So when you pass off the earth, you're free from God's contract. That means you can go marry again. But if you're still marrying somebody while you're still married, you just committed adultery. You committed a sin. Can't do that. It talks about in the Bible. They talk about in the Bible, I think it's in Matthew, they talk about in the Bible, about marriage. You can't. Under God's law, under man's law, you're married. Under God's law, you're married. So that's how that one works. But anyway, yeah, they knew he was going to stray. That's why they stuck her there. If you look at the tapes, look at every time you turn around, she was always there. And not in the back of the line. She was at the very front of the line where she can just reach out and touch him if he walked over. So how does a person get that much exposure to the president. Got to get security clearance for that. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got to check everybody in the front of that line where he's going to be at, and I'm pretty sure they got extra armed security because anybody can walk up there with a bomb on him. Anybody can walk up there with a large knife and stab him. They're right next to him, so they have to make sure that he's protected. So that area, it has to be heavily guarded because you got the president walking around through there. So again, she just kept popping up, and I'm pretty sure if you see her pop up the first time, I go, okay, this is the same person. We know her, so and so and so. They got a chart on it, know who she is, everything about her, background check. They got to do that because they got to protect him. So with that being said, she shows up the second time. She shows up the third time, the fourth time. If they don't know about that, then they're going to go start getting suspicious. Not the same person keeps showing up in the same spot over and over again. Yeah, they got some security out there and go get her because they don't know what her intentions are because she keeps popping up to see him. There you go, same familiar face. But if they know who she is and she's got security clearance to be there, then she can show up as many times as she wants. And they know exactly where to put her at and where to direct him at. Oh, today you got this whole, we want you to go out and meet the people, become more friendly with them. So we feel it'd be safer if you let go here, here, and here, because we have snipers in these sections. We have more heavier security areas. We need to go to these particular areas only. So they redirect them to go to those particular areas only because there's more security. They can't protect them all over the place. You can't have snipers all over the place. Probably could, but anyway, but still, these are more concentrated pinpoint areas. You can talk to the people, hug them, kiss a few babies. That'll be fantastic. But they also know that, hey, LaMonica, we need you to be here, here, and here. You got clearance to be there. So he bumps into her. They joke, they laugh, they have a little fun. She cracks a couple of jokes here and there, and he starts to like her. And he sees her more, and he sees her more, and the next you know, it's implanted. Now he's thinking about her all the time. Sooner or later, they can be shaking hands, and she can give him a phone number or anything. Bam. And it's interesting how people are saying, well, how is that a conspiracy? He was impeached for it. But you have presidents who have cheated multiple times, and you know what I'm talking about. Cheated, had many, many affairs out in the open. Never was impeached for it. Never. But he was. And the reason why, because Clinton was for the people, and they didn't like that. He didn't want to play their game at the end of the day, and they didn't like it. So, they won't play our game. We can't use him as a potential puppet, so we got to let him go. Because you're not draining the swamp. That's not going to happen. You got people been sitting up on the Senate since the Civil War era. I mean, they've been there for a long time. You ain't draining jack at all, period. You'll get up there, and if you're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and you're new to the whole thing, you're like, hey, look, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to do this and do that. And they'll be like, oh, no, you're not. This is what you're going to do. We'll throw you a couple bones. You're going to go out there and you're going to dance and do a little song and dance for us. And then you're going to basically do some of the things on this, but you can't do all of them. It's not going to happen. It affects us if you do that in the day. We control this. You don't. You're the puppet. And that's what you're going to do. Do your little dance. Now, some of them come up there, and their intentions are basically to work with the swamp, and they like them the most. Because now you're going to do the same thing we tell you to do. So at the end of the day, we're getting a little bit here and there, but, you don't got to do too much. We got you back. At the end of the day, anything happens, we got you back 100%. Heck, you can go out there and you can blow up half a country. We still got you back. Because you're for us. That's how it works. If you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's why I don't like politics. Not a big fan of it. Never will be. Man is destined for greed and power. That's the problem. Greed and power. Wars are fought for greed and power. Everything, mostly it's about greed and power. That's a shame. That's true. Meanwhile, us, people in the middle, we get the boot of it all. The rich people get richer, poor gets poorer. That's how it's been. It's been that way for the beginning of time. It's always been that way. It's been going on like that since the Roman Empire. Rich get rich, poor get poor. That's it. Majority of all the benefits and everything on this planet is designed for people of the have and have not. That's how it's separated. Doesn't make a difference when you get down to it. It don't make a difference if you're white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever you are at the end of the day. Heck, you can have antennas, whatever sticking on your head. If you're rich, you're treated differently. Half the stuff that most people do, we'd have been locked up in jail right now. They do something, nope. Get out of jail free card, get out of jail free card, get out of jail free card, over and over again. We do that stuff. Let us blast through a couple of lights at 120, 130 miles an hour in a high performance race car. Almost nearly cause a couple of accidents. See what happens to us. That's it. We're locked up. Chances are they probably say we stole the vehicle. It's always going to be that way from day one. But here's the thing about it. When you pass off the earth, on the other side, doesn't make a difference if you're rich or poor. Doesn't make a difference what color you are. None of that makes a difference at all, period. Can't buy your way into heaven. It ain't going to happen. None of that's going to happen. Doesn't make a difference. God sees all of us on the same level. That's it. No one is higher than another. Let's go grab this from here. Nope. When you pass through that giant spaghetti strainer of life, all your possessions will stay behind. Your possessions is what makes you what you are on the earth. That's what makes you what you are, your possessions. You drive a bunch of fancy, expensive cars, you have a big house, tons of money in the bank, stuff like that. Those are your possessions on the earth. But when you pass off the earth and you fall through that spaghetti strainer of life, because that's what I look at it as you pass through, all your stuff stays behind. All your stuff is just up there. And you're just falling through looking at all your stuff. You have nothing on the other side. The only thing you're judged on there, basically, is by your religion. On who you served, the devil or God. That's what you're judged by on that side. Doesn't make a difference how much money you got or how poor you are. That's how you're judged. Everybody goes in the same way, it comes out the same way. Came in the world naked, going back out naked, same way. That's how it's coming in. You're going in, you're going out the same way. And you will not take your possessions. So your money and power and all you have will not mean jack on the other side. That's what I found interesting about kings back in the day, way back in the day, in the Egyptian Empire era, where basically they felt that they were buried with all their riches because they wanted to have all this money and power in the next world. Heck, even their concubines and servants were also too mummified to basically serve them in the next life. That's kind of a jacked up way to go, ain't it? You ever read the process of that? It's pretty messed up. I did. I actually read the process on that. But I found it interesting that they believe that in the next life that they would be living the same thing, but it just a little bit more different, you know what I mean? Because they would have infinity power, probably immortality, who knows, you know what I mean? Something like that. And they were buried with all their treasures. And their servants went with them. So if you were a servant of a king back then, and you said, wow, man, I got it good, man. I'm in with the king, and I got the best drinks and the best wine and the best this and the best that, whatever. Prepare, when he passes, you're going with him. Whether you're healthy or not, they're going to kill you and you're going to get mummified, and you're going with him. Because you have to serve him in the next life. Which when you find out that the next life isn't what you thought it was, it's something else. And all your riches and everything you have are not there. There's nothing there. Yeah. Too late to find out that it was a mistake. Way too late to find out it was a mistake. Same thing like the kamikazes. The kamikazes believed that, they would live this glorious life if they sacrificed themselves by slamming an airplane into a ship. They believe that. You ever watch Godzilla? We had that atomic bomb. You remember the kamikaze? He couldn't do it. He didn't want to do it. A lot of them were like that. A lot of them didn't want to do it. A lot of them didn't want to kill themselves. They didn't. So they faked it. Faked their deaths. And you come back to your own country, you're still alive. You're a kamikaze. You're supposed to be dead. Unless you were basically up there and the war ended and they decided to tell you to retreat. That's the only way. But you were in the middle of a heated battle and you're a kamikaze. Your job is to basically slam into the side of an aircraft carrier or a ship, and you came back fully intact. Something's wrong there. Like, what happened? He was trying to say he had engine problems, but where he landed at, they worked on planes, and the guy was like, no, there's nothing wrong with your plane. I thought that version of Godzilla was a little interesting, and I'll tell you why. Because usually you're used to watching this giant lizard stamp, destroy, and everything. You don't really think about the people down there. You're just watching buildings getting blown up and things getting destroyed. You're entertained by that. You're not thinking about the people that are running all over the place that are being murdered and killed, and people losing loved ones and stuff, and they're all being slaughtered down there by this giant lizard running around destroying stuff. And this time around, they took it to that part. They took it to where the point of view of the people that were dealing with this lizard that was coming up, or dinosaur, was coming up and destroying their city. Like, what the damage it was causing, how kids were dying, and how babies were dying, and how people lost loved ones, and the little girl was crying over and over again about how her mother was gone, and it's just crazy. When you think about that, like, wow, man, I never looked at Godzilla in that point of view. That's kind of messed up. Like, kind of start thinking, I kind of hate the lizard now, because at the end of the day, there was no reason for him to be up there anyway. He could have stayed asleep, but he decided to go up there and start wrecking stuff, and he destroyed a lot of people's lives. That's the part that jacked me up, because when I was a kid, I just grew up, and I never thought about the people below. I just thought about, it's Godzilla. But yeah, very interesting. I kind of preferred the Godzilla that fought to protect Tokyo. That's the one I like. And they evacuated the whole city, which means no one got killed. But they made sure they covered that part, which I liked about that. The old Godzilla, they put out the alert. They knew he was coming, and there's other monsters coming too. And they got this timing when they're going to meet up together. Godzilla defended his territory that's his at the end of the day. And he's no longer going up and destroying the city. He's just beating the crap out of another monster, so he doesn't destroy the city because it's his city to begin with, and he loves the people. I like that Godzilla. That's my favorite one right there. But the city's evacuated and no one gets hurt, so I like that one better. That's the better Godzilla. The other one was too much. But the atomic bomb he had on him, gee whiz Louise, like what the freak? That thing was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Yeah, a bomb on it. Now I wonder, these are shorts, these are the videos. Can I use these? Because sometimes they don't like to upload shorts, which I don't know why. You can't do shorts in the video player. Let me see. Yeah. That's when we did on the fish. And then videos here. And here. Yeah, that was interesting. That atomic blast. I like how his little fins were locking up. Doom, 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 doom. Like he cocked the gun. It was freaking insane. I thought that was pretty cool. But then they had that one Godzilla that's a pyromaniac, the one that shoots fire. He has a shield that goes over the top of his eyes, his lens, like the protector from the heat. That sucker was crazy, but he just died all of a sudden. Oh, no. And they basically put, because after he basically charges up, he goes into like a rest mode to charge up. And they pumped him full of, what was that stuff called? It's ice. I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, they pumped him full of it, and he broke up. Liquid nitrogen. Yeah, they pumped him full of liquid nitrogen. He was something else, man. That sucker was no joke, man. He had lasers that came off his tail, and freaking lasers that shot off his back in multiple directions. He actually kind of reminded me of the last boss of Power Stone. That's what he reminded me of. Oh my goodness. He is the last boss of Power Stone. Yes, he is. Same thing. Same exact thing. Last boss in Power Stone. Not Vega, before Vega turns into the dinosaur. Vega the Cosmos Power Vega. And he turns into a dinosaur. Literally, it's the same thing in Godzilla. With the lasers all over him. It's the same thing. Let's see. Let me do the whole game. No, it's the ending. Where's the game go? There it is. Yeah. So no, it's the same thing. I got this game too. So I have mine, yep. Yeah, almost exactly the same thing. The same thing as the dinosaur they had in Godzilla. Because remember when they had the bombers over top him and he did that when he buckled down and you seen the lasers come off his body and take everything out and his tail was shooting lasers? Yeah, it's almost the same thing. And he had this freaking ray of fire that came out of that. Especially with his mouth unhinged. Oh my goodness, hold on a minute. This guy's. Godzilla that shoots high power fire. I can't think of his name. I know it's let me see. Where's his name? Godzilla S H. Yeah, this is him right here. She was the weakest sucker. When I saw him, I said, "Gee," he like his fire breathing capabilities. That's the gas. So as the shield pulls up over his eye, watch this. Then it just shrinks down to a laser. Watch the laser system shoot out. Goes back to flames. It's kind of like he shoots a high-powered laser and a flame at the same time. It's insane how he can switch back and forth. And then he can shoot. His tail actually shoots lasers, and then in the back of that, it shoots lasers. It's a high-powered beams, but guess so. Which I like the original one. Out of all of them, I like the original one because the original one beat the crap out of him. Knowing Godzilla probably would have took his tail, stuck it in his mouth. Yeah, I like the original Godzilla. If Godzilla fought him, Mega Godzilla would have destroyed him. Mega Godzilla was something else, man. It was Mega Godzilla. What was the other one with the 3 heads on it? I don't remember all of them, but yeah. Mothra. Anyway, let's get back here because I'm going off track again. I do this all the time. It's a bad habit of mine. I've gone off track, trying to keep this done. Let me see. Okay, so that's done. We got that done right there. I want to see if we can put a short in. We can't put shorts in there. This is a video. We just shot it sideways, but still, let me see. We didn't do a short on that. We did a video. We shot it the other way around. I wonder. No, we did. That was a short. They won't allow you to do shorts. I don't know why you can't do shorts, but they won't allow you to do the shorts. No, we didn't shoot that in a short. Let's see. No. That's the garage. Where's the other one at? I want the other one. What do we got here? 10:20. Let me see. 20. I have time to make some phone calls. That's so short. Oh wait, it was done live. It was done live. It was done live. That's where we can find it. There it is. I wonder if you can put those in. So we shot it this way with this effect. We didn't do it short. We just shot the video the other way around. So let me see if that works instead. Because the thing about their media players, you can't upload. We can't put that in there because this is not a black versus black. That's not for that. But I want to see something here. This is a Quasar 64. I want to put that video in there. Cheaper to do that in this with no problem whatsoever. Let's see. 96, 64, 64. Let's see. Customer demonstration, free worldwide shipping. So we do have it in there. Batch number, I want to put in, let me see. This is white screen demo. Oh, get back here. Get back here. Perfect. This is the link. Perfect. That's a link now. So this right here is a versus white screen demo. This demos, I like those. This came out beautiful. We actually changed our pictures. Our pictures up here have those demos right here. But I want a picture. I want the whatchamacallit here also too, to be able to, the customer can see it too also. Let me get a copy of this too, so I'll put this on the rest of them. And let's see. I'm gonna. Good, we had enough. I'm plastering this all over my front page. But that's a good demonstration. When you can show that massive of a difference, I'm going to put the black versus black demonstrations up there too, because we can load those in. But I want to put these in all my shopping carts. Because it's very important, if you have pictures up there, show the pictures of yours. Because like I said, I have seen stuff of people using pictures that are not theirs, that don't belong to them. All right, this is 1 gallon. Okay, this is it right here. This is 1 gallon. So give me this one. So those demonstrations, being able to prove and back that up, extremely important. Wait. We got happy customer demo. What the heck did you copy down? Nope, that's not right. You got the wrong link. That's not the link we want. That's not the link. You got the wrong link. So I have a bunch of links on your page. Alright, let me see. Where was it at? We put it in 1 gallon. 1 gallon. That's not it. What link did you copy? That's not the right link. Oh. Man, yes, I'm making some screen pages. Really, seriously. There's so much stuff in here, it's unbelievable. Alright, let me see what we got in here. Happy customer demo. Okay, it's happy customer. Oh, put the link right here. Oh, my goodness, I swear. I'm going to lose my mind on this page. Which one did we save it to? I know I put it in there. It's a link to this one. We couldn't have repeated the same link. That'd be virtually impossible. So it had to be in here somewhere. All right, so it's not the 1 gallon. Where would it be? Is it the 64? I think it's the 64 we put that link in there. All right, let me see. White screen right here. This is it right here. Okay. Get this right here. I think you copied the wrong one. Let's get this one right here so we can put that in there. I can't stand going back over stuff. Drives me freaking nuts. Just want to get this done. When it comes to the website, I like to get things done. I can't stand repeating stuff over and over again. Now we got the link, because I swear if this says a different link, I'm going to freaking lose it. And to be done. Get it done. Things to do. All right, let me see. Now, where do you pop up? Okay, get you over here. You should literally say exactly what I said. It should not be saying happy customer. If that repeats again, I'm going to lose it. There we go. Because that'd be freaky as on the world. Like, wait a minute. I know I hit that right. There's no way in the world that should be saying what it says. Oh, this is a little too far out. But that is supposed to be even Steven. And you are too far out too also. Why are you so far out? There you go, even Steven. And I need you to separate from here because you're too close to that. That's better. And then we're going to save that. Good. So that link is there. So we got links matching the pictures. Okay, this is a 96 ounces. Let's go and get this one. All right, let me see, happy customers versus white. We did this one already. 96 is already done. Okay, we did the 96. Make sure we back check again, because last time we missed links on one. And this one is the, let me see. This one is the 64. And this one here is the 1 gallon. Did we get the 1 gallon? Where's 1 gallon saying? 1 gallon is saying happy customer, 1 gallon is not saying it. Okay, there we go. Put it where the 1 gallon's at. That's good. That's it. Let's back this up a little bit so it's a little neater. There we go. That's why, you know, links are important. You have to have links in your shopping carts, because the customer needs to see this stuff. You know what I mean? You can't be putting fake links that don't go to anywhere. I've seen that too. We've done that. We've gone to people's sites and they're talking about stuff they can't back up. There's links not going to the proper links where they're supposed to go to. It's just a mess. That's why you have to do the test. If you don't do the test, you can't design a proper specification sheet. I want to go over to first. After over here, and come back and get this one. I need this one. There is 3 of them up here. I know I did 3. 1 to the. Hold on for a minute. I know I did 3 of those. I'm like, wait a minute, we did 3 of those. Where's the other one at? Okay, I'm gonna come back to you in a few minutes. I gotta finish this. I know we did 3 of those. I'm like, wait a minute, we didn't do 2 of those. We had 3 of those done. There have been 3 spots down there for those videos. They should have been there. Oh, what's that one? All right, I'm gonna hit the bottom. We got here. Yeah, bump, bump, bump. It should have been a purple surface there for that one, which would have been this one. Okay, now that one needs to go to, let me see where you're at here. That completes that whole section. So I know I did that. I'm about to go do that whole video all over again. Like, wait a minute, we're missing a video. There's supposed to be 3 in that section. There we go. Now I'm a happy camper. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we got 3 of them now. It's the Quasars test. Already done up there. underneath that, we go to the test section over there. We put up another section for Quasar. They show off their test demonstrations, or show off their black versus black demonstrations, certified tests, ultra short throw tests, all that. Now, on the page, we're playing with this right now. That's crazy, ain't it? Aston new technology. Anyway, we're going to put a section there. What is the matchup better? Why did we put those videos up? And explain what they are. Matching betters are put there. Number one, to show the difference between our product and everybody else. I do not want to be labeled with the dark environments, high power projectors, calibrated nonsense, and everything else that I see on YouTube right now. We don't want to be a part of that at all. We're not them. So again, we separate ourselves from them. It's also put up there to cut people from talking too much trash about our company. Because if people can't do it, the first thing they'll do is they'll say, well, they're fake, they're phonies, that's all camera angles and all that stuff. You know, well, if that's the case, then that's what the challenges are for. Again, if a person's an easy fighter to beat, you should have no problem taking them, right? It's an easy fight. Oh, he's an easy fighter, you know, easy fight to beat. You know, he has never won a match before. You know, easy fight. If you're an 8th degree black belt and you're fighting a white belt, that's an easy fight, right? No contest whatsoever, right? All right then. So if we're the white belts and you guys came up to be the black belts at the end of the day, you should be to take me very easy. But you can't, because we're grandmasters over here and you're the white belt. So that's what that's for. It's put up there to keep individuals from talking too much trash. It gives the customer the ability to have a little power, because they can go in and say, well, let's see what you got. Because if you're saying this stuff is not real, then you should have no problem completing the challenge. And that basically, it's going to expose them for what they are. There you go. Now, the whole purpose will explain what that new Phoenix technology is engineered for, is to shut people down. If you're going to run, it's not a bully tactic at all, whatsoever. You're minding your own business, you're making your own product, that's you at the end of the day. It's going to be stated right there on the site. But if you feel the need to talk trash about my company, we'll come and buy from you and we'll put you against that technology. And we're going to show all the tests that we're going to put that screen through. You'll go through the exact same thing that stream will go through, including being able to survive outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, because you've seen that tech do it. That one can do it too. No curtains, no ceilings. There's nothing out there to protect you. It's just you and the sun all day long. So, again, we just have to engineer technology to just shut people down. That Legendary is going to have a fantastic launch, because, again, it's going to show it had a track record of what it was originally designed for, was to shut screens down. And that's going to make people want it more. The same thing for certified. If we got a problem with a certified screen and if they happen to mention me and they want to, which we usually don't, we never have anything at all, period. I mean, they're really respectful at the end of the day. We never had that problem. Only one of them, well, no, actually, no, that one didn't. That one hit it with the cease and desist order. It was a bully tactic. But all the rest of them are very respectful, very nice. I actually met the guy from Seymour AV. Very nice person. I mean, really, really nice person. Really down to earth, really nice person. But yeah, all the certified screens we, without the other one, except for the other one, but most of the certified screens we've talked to, basically, very nice people. I actually got a chance to email and with the guy from Dream Media. He's a very nice guy. Today, I still would like to test his Dragonfly. It's a beautiful screen. I do like it, but I would like to see a little side by side. That's basically about it. Maybe he'll give me a sample sheet of it. I don't know. But other than that, he's a real nice guy. Yes. You know, it's the jerks are just those two individuals, and the people that follow around them, they're the jerks. But everybody else is pretty nice. All right, let me see. All right, that's completed. So now I was wondering, like, wait, we did 3 of those, right? We did do 3 of those. All right, let me see. Hear myself in the background somewhere playing on something. I have no idea where I'm at, but I'm somewhere there playing something. Let me see. Now I can go back to the marketplace again, because we got that video put in there, and I need to put these links in for the gamer. the gamer has 3 links that has to go in here, and these 3 links show the screen's black level, black versus black tests, which have to be in here. All right, so let me see what we got going on here for the gamer. No. Okay, that's the gamer right there. That's the 64. Put that link in right there for the gamer. And we're going to put in black. Oh. Black. This is black. Test. Let's go over to, it is done. Nope. Nope. Yeah. We got 3 of these to put in here. Pray that they fit, because we don't want to max out. We usually max out. If we don't, we got a showroom to put it in. But we don't want to max out. I'd like to get all 3 of them in there. That'd be nice. Let me see. Go back to the video. Click on that. Right, this one right here. Where you at? Man, I can't wait till we get this finished over here. This is a project on its own. We got 2. Actually, everything's gonna be from Home Depot. So these are easy. I can just all get them all in one hit. So these are $24. They're $24, 36 by 72. So we're gonna put one at the top, one at the bottom. That's how I'm gonna do it for that screen, because I want to widen it, want it really wide. So we're going from the top of the ceiling to the bottom of that base right there. That's where that's going to go at. And then this one being the huge, massive screen, this is going to be about 5 of those lined up, and that's a perfect flat wall for that. And then that'll be done. Then we can finish the floor, because the floor is a giant screen, so we got to finish the floor out right there, and then that's done. Then we got a big bookcase. I saw the light that I want to put there. It'll display all the pieces, cases, and screens and stuff that we designed for the little tiny screens. They have little projectors behind them so we can turn them on. You can show them the different color screens. But there's a long version of the bookcase. Is a long, wide area. I'm going to turn that into a virtual fish tank. So we're going to show you a weird looking screen pretty soon on what we're working on, but it's a cool looking screen that is designed for virtual tanks. So that's going to be displayed. So this whole entire environment is going to display a piece of the technology, and the desk is going to be super cool, because the desk is going to have invisible technology all over it, operating on little tiny projectors. I got that software coming in that allows me to drag and drop on my desk. I took that, moved it over there, move it over there. It's going to be freaking sick. I can't wait. What I wanted to do with the desk is I wanted to do a flat surface, but I want the surface to come up a little bit like this, so that way I can have a long screen across here and then a screen on my table. Tell me that would not be absolutely amazing. Amazing. That would be sick. So that's what I might want to do. Because I don't need where my desk is at to have a screen all the way over here. That would just be too big for me to see. I need the screen to be right here. This is where I need it. I need a screen from here to here. Would be nice. So I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to have the piece of plastic go straight, and then have a little piece that comes up like that from here to here. Because I can still see through it and still see my display over there. And that way I can set a projector here or here, and I can display right across there and have a screen here and a screen across there. So I can be watching movies here and working here. Tell me that is not a sick idea. Tell me God's amazing. God is amazing. And he gives us those ideas. All those ideas come from the Lord, and I see them in my head. As I talk about them, I literally see this flat tabletop screen, allowing us to drag and drop whatever we want, and then we got this little thin screen, just like we have here, where we can watch our movies and sports or whatever we want right there as we work. It's awesome. And like I said, Other people can come up with the same idea too. They can do the same thing, but we're the only ones with that technology. So, as I said before, I've seen people copy us and say we can paint a motorized projection screen too. Yeah, you can. You can paint a motorized projection screen, but you don't have our technology because our technology does something far more advanced than you. What you can do painting a motorized projection screen. Oh, and getting back to the theory about the ultra short throw real quick. I'm sorry I kind of jumped topic on that. As I said before, any screen paint can pick up on an ultra short throw. It's the quality of what you're going to get out of it. That's what it comes down to. Can a gray screen paint operate in here? Yeah, it'll show up on the screen. It will. It's your quality. That's what's going to happen. That's what it comes down to. The quality of the image. You're going to see it. You're going to see faint images of it. It's just how much of your color, contrast, and all that's going to pull through. How much light's going to be able to absorb to maintain a beautiful image. That's what it comes down to. If you can't be used on them at all and you're a screen paint, that's a major red flag because, like I said, any paint can be used on ultra short throws. It's the quality you're going to get out. Let me see, that was 294S, 294S, and this is 294S. Okay, this is this one right here, 294S. So this one's got to be, we were just here a few minutes ago, about to say 294S. It's got to be, not that one, it's not that one, it's got to be this one. This one is 3X0, 3X0, meaning the last four of the, because I make sure we don't get these things mixed up. We're not doing two of these at the same time, so we don't want to do that. All right, so we got 3X0, and nope, over here, wrong section, there we go. We got 3X0, none of these in with 3X0, so this is the other one right here that goes here. Kabam, there we go. And I'm glad we started doing the matchup battles, because again, like I said, they were just poisoning people's minds by saying, oh, that's all camera tricks at the end of the day. The Lord hears that nonsense. You do know that, fellows. The Lord hears what you say about Miss Christian's blessing. He blesses us, or say a Christian gets blessed, and someone gets jealous over their blessing. And they go in and they start vicious rumors and lies about their blessings. The Lord sees that. So you know what you did? You sinned against God. That's what you did. It's not that you're attacking me. You attacked God. That's what you did. You literally attacked God. Because God gave us that blessing. If that blessing was the curse and was from the devil, none of this would have worked. I would never be in this situation. I never would be on site to begin with. No customers would be buying my stuff in any way whatsoever. Why would the devil bless me to be in a situation like this? His job is not to bless me. His job is to curse me and destroy me. That's what his job is to do. No blessings come from the devil. Curses come from the devil. So there's no way in the world I would be in this situation where I'm at right now if I was basically doing the devil's work. No, this is God's work at the end of the day. This is why we keep rising. So you basically, at the end of the day, you attack God. That's what you did. And you would say, no, you did. God gave us the blessing. And you went and listened to the devil and attacked us. So that's why the outcome is what you're in right now. You listen to the devil. That's what you did. But you're going to need God to get out of it. So you did. You attacked God. That's why, you know, unless I see a Christian out there stealing and robbing right out in your face and he's robbing and ripping people off. But if he's not doing any of that and God blessed his hand and he got something, and it may be something insane, I'm not going to sit there and question it. That's between him and God at the end of the day. I got nothing to do with that. Nope, that's between him and his Savior. That's it. But if he's out there ripping people off and making fake promises and all that stuff, and you can clearly see this sin in plain sight, you're doing the work of the devil. All right, let me get that. We got the copy for this, so we got to copy these one by one. Copy one by one. Then we got to go into Linky here, go to the link system, and put this in right here, and boom, this automatically becomes a link. Bam, Shabato. Wait, where we at? Okay, that's a link. Is that a link? Yeah, it's a link, because it changes from an arrow to a little hand. All right, then we grab this one right here. You can't do all of them because it only allows you to do one at a time. And we hit the link here. Pow. And then we go over here, we hit the link system. And you go over here, type it, ask me how to put links. And links are pretty easy to do. And you're done right there. Get off of that. All right, that turns into a link. And then you come over to this over here. And let me see. I'm going to copy this, copy the link, and then go to the top where it says your link is at right here. So your link is right there, and you copy your link. Once you put your link and you copy your link, get my mouse over here, get this out of the way so we don't make this a little bit easier for you. And you just copy your link that you put in, make a copy of it. And then once you make a copy, you will hit this right there, and then this will pop up. And then you go in and you put your link back in again. There you go. And then hit OK. And then it turns it into a link. So when you hit it, it'll do this. Hold on a minute. Let go. Here we go. There you go. Now it's a link. It's officially a link. But that's how you redirect anything you want right through there, and allow you to be able to link up your website. Say you build a separate page and you got some stuff going on a separate page and you want to be to link this to the other page, you can link them back and forth. So you can go to the show page and check out the show page. You got a lot of cool stuff on. You can add an extra artwork, whatever you want, you know what I mean? You can make a whole gallery over there, whatever you want, have all your pictures and stuff. And that's what I learned the best way to do it, because sometimes, well, actually, it just happens. On here, the marketplace doesn't give you many pictures, and you may have a lot of stuff you want to show off. You may have a lot of stuff you want to talk about, and you can overmax this easy. So you make yourself a showroom. When you make the showroom, you link it to the marketplace, so it goes back and forth. That way you can get more information. So let me copy this whole thing. So now once you got the whole link done, you can go in and copy the whole link, so you don't have to do that all over again, and just copy this whole thing and now put it anywhere you need it to go. And hopefully we didn't hit the 10,000. We hit it. I know we always hit this thing. That's what I'm talking about. Freaking whatchamacallit, for goodness sakes, freaking make it bigger so we have more room. Description can't be longer than 8,000. See, this is stuff I go through. It can't be longer than 8,000. I mean, we can use one of them. It'll be an impact, but still, I don't have all of them. But the rest, that's why we have the show page. That's literally why we have the show page. That's why we have it. That's why I said I don't understand how, if you're making a screen page, and I've seen people on eBay, I've read through this stuff, man, their freaking thing, their description of the product is massive. It's a lot, because there's a lot of information you have to put on there. So if you haven't done any testing on the product, or you haven't had enough customers, first you just have testing. Let's leave it at testing, because testing is a strong point. If you haven't done the testing, you don't know your own product. And that means you can't really write anything about a product you don't know about. And we're studying nuclear physics. And I've studied all my life on this topic. And you just read 3 pages on it. Who's going to give the better lecture? Would it be me or that person? It'd be me. Because I got a lifetime of experience in my head that I can talk to you about. I can talk to you about all kinds of things about this particular topic, the do's, the don'ts, some crazy stories, this, that, and the other. And again, you'll learn more from me in the classroom. You'll learn from somebody who studied 3 pages of it, because they don't know jack at the end of the day. So it's a difference from when I get my chalkboard and I have to explain the table contents of nuclear energy, and I'm writing down all these freaking crazy specifications, and now it looks like in Dexter's laboratory, it looks like that giant chalkboard. And the other person, well, he can only write, probably lucky if he gets one of those boards he can do. That's it. Because he don't know much. As a matter of fact, he'll have to learn from me in order to fill that board up, because he doesn't know much. And that's why I said, when I see weak specification sheets, they don't know what they're talking about. But they need to expand this, because, man, anybody, if you're selling cars and stuff, you know how much information is on a car, especially if it's an older one, background history. People like to get into it. One thing I say about eBay has plenty of room to play. They do. When you go to writing stuff down, they got plenty of room to play. Because I had to do vintage toys. Let me see if we got it now. No, we're still hitting it. Jeez, man. That sucker, man, with no problem. All right, we already have this here for this. We have this in our section for how to paint the surface. We have this already in there, so we don't need that there. We already have that down there on how to paint the surface, so we can remove that. That's not a problem. Do we have it now? Let's see. We don't have it. We're still too many in. Sheesh. All right. This one right here. Now we can't have tests. We have a test. We'll put the test on the other side. That's why we have a show page for it. Yeah. Jeez. That's why we designed the show page. That's why we put it together. So we can put all our stuff in there. Good. We just loaded the show page. I gotta get going a few, and I got phone calls to make. I gotta get this thing done. All right. What's this right here? Where is the other one at? There's supposed to be another one of these. Yeah, this one right here. This is the other one. Alright, let me see. It's in a container. That's a few LED lights. Check it just be here. We're gonna put it right here. Let me see. We can't have this one. Can't have these straight because these won't go. So these gotta go. And if that's the case, we gotta take this off because I can't test. So let me see if we got enough to push. There we go. Alright, we got them in there. Alright, let me see. That's everything for that. Let's go and save this up so that's done. Alright. One more time on the publish. I know we did it already. We always do it twice just in case. Alright, that's done. Now go over here to Marketplace. Go over here and hit the refresh on this one. Put the page back in right there. Alright, let me see. FLE, Apex Gamer as the showroom. I need to put that as in showroom because if it says gamer, it's just saying gamer. They could think that's basically a paint. Should be showcase room. Alright, so we'll change that to showcase room later on. I need to go to buy here now. Okay, Spaceman. Okay, now let's see. This is the game right here, 32 ounce here. Alright, make sure everything's popping up and showing up. Alright, that's good. Let's see. Black versus black tester here. Wait, black versus test. Oh, no, you have to go in and make that a link. And when you recopied, so you have to make it a link again. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let me see where we're at on this. This is why I gotta go back and retest stuff you already did already. Alright, go back in. Let me see. That did not convert to a link. Alright, let me see where you're at. 32 didn't convert to a link. Let's see where you're at. Black versus black test. Yeah, it's not even a link. Right, let's convert you. Alright, link here. Paste. Alright. Now you're a link. What about the showcase? Is there showcase in here? Showcase is a link. Okay, cool. Alright. Now we got it as a link. That's why after you get done, go back to your page and basically go over everything and check it just to make sure. Alright, now that's already done. Alright, come back in here and we have to refresh the page again. So make sure that converted to the link. And Spaceman should be popping up somewhere in here. Oh, I see already loaded already. Alright, so there we are. That's the link right there. So that'll bring the link to here. There we go. Alright, perfect. Now we come out of this right here. I gotta go back in here. And this is a showcase. The showcase allows us to be able to advertise more stuff. So there's our showcase coming up right now. Our showcase is amazing. It is crazy. And this is the way intro splash screens. It's called splash screens, but this is an intro screen. So the intro screen is nice because then you can have a nice little showcase, you know, before you get introduced to the product. Gives it a nice look to it. These are fantastic to work with. Then you're going in here this, and then we go into our page. And that's the Apex Gamer. Apex Gamer has a beautiful page set up. The journey begins here. And these are, we're going to put our videos in, which I'm actually going to start dropping them in pretty soon. And then we got Retro Rage, which is machine over here. I want to get recordings of this and put this on here too. I'm actually going to be building a third website. So I'm going to build a third website wrapped around gaming. So it's for modifications. So it's not just for PC. If you did modifications for your console system, did something different with it, wow with it, whatever, you can post up on there. This is the page already set up for our video players and stuff like that. So Gamer, once we get the second screen to put in, because I want to widen this screen, we'll start doing some demonstrations on that, and doing demonstrations on gaming on the go and stuff like that. These are trailers we have up here. You got to put your disclaimers up here. Please note that this is a disclaimer that these videos are not owned by our company. We do not claim ownership over the video gaming trailers displayed on this website. I have to have that on. There's disclaimers in there. Keeps you from getting sued. So basically, if one of these companies contacts and say, hey, look, you know, we got this up here, we want you to remove it, we can remove it. But it's no harm done because we have a disclaimer up there, so no one's contacted us at all, period. Can't go touch someone's stuff and say, hey, this is mine, and then I do what I want to do with it, because again, it's an annual lawsuit. So we had disclaimers on our stuff. So we can explain to them, nope, and then we don't name any of our products, any of this stuff, because that's dangerous and get a lot of trouble. Call ourselves freaking Grand Theft Auto gaming screen paint, or basically Call of Duty screen paint, or basically what else we got up here? We got a bunch of them up here. Star Wars Bounty Hunter screen paint. Can't do that. That'll get you a trademark lawsuit. Can't name somebody. We got our own name for our own product. That's why you can't do that at all, because it'll get you in trouble. And if you want to use their product, use their trademark, or anything they have, you have to contact them. You have to ask them for permission. If they say yes, then that means that you will pay them royalties. You'll pay them a little bit of money or whatever they ask for. Out of each one of your sales will go to them. That's how they want to pay to use it. Or, bottom line, you just give a large chunk of money and say, hey, we just want to use this for a while. And they want to know how long you're going to use it for. We're going to use it for so-and-so. So, okay, then they'll make the price and you pay it. Or you go back and forth negotiations and work something out and go from there. But you have to, at the end of the day, you have to have permission from the original author, or basically a family member of the author that has rights to maybe their music or artwork or whatever it may be. You have to get that authorization. If you don't, you can end up in jail and you'll be sued for a lot of money. So you have to have permission. So I can't express this enough. Those huge copyrights you see sitting on those pages up there, the ones on display, you touch one of those, you're getting sued. What happens? Simple and plain. You know, it's funny that you have to repeat stuff that people should automatically know already. Like, you should automatically know, especially if you're in the field of home theater. You definitely know there's copyrights and trademarks slapped on just about everything. You got to get that permission slip. We want to do these football screens that I did put these color screens to do football screens. In order for us to do that, we have to contact them and say, hey, look, we got this idea, we got this color projection screens. We're kind of nice to have these screens in the man cave, different colors. We want to know if we can use NFL on our screens. And if they like the idea that you're pitching to them, they go, oh, shoot, yeah, you can use it. But here's the deal. We got to work out a deal here. We get a percentage of what you make. They don't get a half of it, but they get some of that money because they're entitled to it. It's their trademark. So you have to pay that. You can't just use somebody's work and do whatever you want to do with it. No, that'll lay you in court. So why people break these laws, I don't know. Maybe they feel that there's going to be no consequences. Maybe they feel that no one's going to do anything about it. Maybe that's what they feel. They're going to be able to get away with it. No, you don't get away with it. It's real easy to prosecute you. Heck, we can take them to CCB. CCB's Copyright Claim Board. They don't even require attorneys in there. It's just me, you, and that person. But you can't get jail time in there. You can only get lawsuit money in there. That's it. So if that's if a person really doesn't want to take it to federal court, and they basically are trying to give the person a chance, they'll take it to the Copyright Claim Board. You'll sit there with a mediator, and you guys will talk, and they'll ask you, the judge will ask you, do you have permission from this particular individual for using his copyrights? Now, if you can show you proof, then you're good. But if you can't, you're in a lot of trouble. You're going to pay off a lot of money. And you can only sue up to $30,000 because it does have a cap attached to it. But when you reach federal, that's a whole nother ball game right there. Now you're talking about jail time, and now you're talking about hundreds and thousands, maybe millions in lawsuits. That's when it gets really bad. So that's why, knowing all this, this is why I put disclaimers in on my stuff. And I do contact these companies if I'm going to be choosing to basically use their name to sell a product, because they're entitled to some of that money. I would be the same way too. If I did a trademark name and somebody wanted to use it to make money off of it, yeah, you would have to pay me some of that money. It's business at the end of the day. You can't use whatever you want. If that was the case, no one can really have music or artwork or anything, because people just take whatever they want. That's why those rules are there. All right, I gotta get ready to do some stuff. I have made phone calls in a few minutes. Gotta go customer's taken care of, and I gotta print and get some more boxes for the post office, and maybe we might work on this today. I don't know. Okay, with that being said, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time, and God bless.